welcome to Fredo's Football Talk. I'm your host, Fredo. With me today, we got a full house. We got the whole crew in the building. DC, what's up, bro?
What's going on, Fredo?
What up, Jerron?
Nothing much. Ready to talk about these playoff matchups.
Yes, sir. And always in the behind the scenes, our boy Steven's over there running everything behind the scenes. But gentlemen, today's Black Monday, week 18 officially under wraps. That's it for the regular season right there. Yeah, man. So some interesting wins, interesting losses, head coaches, assistant coaches also getting fired overnight, and some today and this morning. But yeah, man. So we're here to discuss everything going on today. But first, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do so. Please like us, follow us, do all that, and share this platform so we can push out the contact to everybody. So yeah, if you want to comment, go ahead and leave us a comment as well. But gentlemen, let's go on and move this right here, man. We have the Chiefs at the Raiders right here. Final score was 31-13. Real quick, hold on. Let me let this load up. So we got some game leaders here. Mahomes, he threw for 26, completed 18 for 202 yards and 1 touchdown. Top rusher from the Kansas City, Pacheco, 8 carries, 64 yards and 1 touchdown. Top receiver was Watson for 1 catch for 67 yards. Now to the Raiders side of the ball. Seaman, the quarterback from the Raiders, 36 catches. 36 throws for 22 complete, 219 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And your top rusher as well, saying with 7 carries for 50 yards, and your top receiver was Adams for 5 catches, 73 yards. So that being said, the Raiders finished with the season with 6 wins and 7 losses, and Kansas City finished the season with 14 wins and 3 losses. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
It went exactly the way I thought it would go. Jared Stidham, just a little step in for Carr. The Raiders knew that season was over with. And of course, Mahomes did what he was supposed to do. You put your foot on the necks and you just keep moving. But other than that, I didn't take much from that game. It went scripted to me.
Yeah. Jerron, how about you, man?
Same thing. Same, like you said, Stidham last week was a fluke. That's pretty much what it's gonna be. So Raiders need to look for a quarterback. And then the Chiefs, they end the season on the right note.
Yeah.
The funny part of that game when you saw the huddle.
The ring around the
The
road.
ring around the road. Yeah. Merry-go-round.
Yeah.
They didn't have to do them boys like that. But it's a division game.
Oh, yes.
And they're dangerous. Going in the playoffs the right way. They calling some hell of plays. Patrick Mahomes is just making stuff happen. So yeah, that's pretty much it on that game.
Yeah, because you got 2 teams going in 2 totally different directions.
Right.
For real. So Raiders got a lot of decisions to make coming up in the next 6 months or so.
Yeah.
Quarterback, running back, Jacobs is free agent unless they franchise it.
Yep.
So they got some stuff to really deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. So that right there leaves the Chiefs with the number 1 seed in the playoffs. So they get the first bye in the playoffs right there. So I guess we have to wait and see who the Chiefs play in the playoffs, man. But yeah, absolutely. Raiders have so much to fix in their house. Any coaches changes y'all think is going to come up from there?
I don't think the coach's change is going to happen because I feel like the coach had to get the blessing from the owner to sit Derek Carr like that.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's the coach or the quarterback, but the fact that the quarterback, they benched him with 2 games to go, makes me feel like he went to the owner and the owner made that decision. You can go ahead and do this. We'll just move on from him. So I don't think the coach is going to be going anywhere. They got something in their back pocket. I don't know what it is, but they feel like they got something they can move on with.
Yeah, absolutely. Possibly Tom Brady.
That's
Yeah.
I was about to say Brady's in their back pocket.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe he told him, "Hey, man,
Yeah. Brady
I
done
could convince Brady to come over here for at least for one
he's done
season."
in Tampa. He's coming
Yeah.
coming to Vegas.
You give the guy extension in April, and then January he's gone already. So
Yeah,
that tells you everything you need to
Yeah.
know.
yeah, absolutely. All right, gentlemen, moving on. Let's go to the next game right here. We have DC's Titans right here against the Jaguars. Final score 16-26. Game won by the Jaguars right here. Very competitive game right here, man. But let's go to some game leaders real quick. Dobbs, he threw for 29, completed 20 for 179 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Top rusher was Henry. He carried the ball 30 times for 109 yards. And your top receiver was Onwunko. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Okonkwo.
Okonkwo.
Okonkwo, yeah.
Okonkwo. Okay. For 3 catches, 42 yards, and 1 touchdown. And now to the Jaguars side of the ball. Lawrence, he threw for 32, completed 20, 212 yards, 1 touchdown. And your top rusher was Eden with 7 carries for 17 yards. What in the world, man? But your top receiver was Kurt, was 6 catches, 99 yards, and 1 touchdown. Have a day, man. That being said, that leaves the Titans with the season with 7 wins, 10 losses, and that leaves the Jaguars at 9-8, winning the division right there. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
I didn't think we were going to be that close, actually, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
In the game, but as the script played out, I got more and more pissed off.
Yeah.
With that offensive coordinator, his ass needs to be gone this week sometime. He got to go because for the simple fact of this, every first down you run Henry, they know that's coming. At some point, you got to try to surprise them.
Yeah.
Throw the ball on first down. Stop sticking to the script. At some point, you have to change. And he did that all season long. And they put 9 in the box, and you still run him straight up the gut.
Yep.
He can get 3 or 4 yards, but hey, take a chance downfield every now and then. Stop running the same thing over and over. So that's why I wouldn't be surprised if he's not gone. Something's going to change. Something's definitely going to shake on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if I was a defense, I'd be pissed off.
Yeah.
Because they played their asses off
Yeah.
just to lose from a stale offense. Even though it was the third quarterback of the year, it still had a chance to win that game the way the defense played.
Yeah, absolutely. Jerome, what about you, bro? What are your thoughts on this game, man?
I agree with you about the offensive coordinator, but I don't think it's because of this game. Like you said, I thought it was going to be a blowout. To be honest, I thought the Jaguars were going to come out, put up 30, but this game I kind of felt like they turned it into a Titans game. Like they drug it in the mud. The only reason was because of the pick six. Is the only reason they won. So, yeah, like the Titans, I think they do need a makeover, but I actually feel like this was one of their better games because they performed like they won it. They kind of dictated the game. Trevor Lawrence didn't look good, but of course they get the playoff seed. And we'll see how they do. That wasn't their best way to end the season either.
No.
Yeah.
All right, man, real quick, man. So, when DC said that there needs to be some changes on offense, I'm right here looking at their stats, their team stats for the offense side. And passing, they're 30th.
Mm-hmm.
And by points, they're 28th, averaging 17.5 points. And rushing, of course, they're up there. They're 13th. And points against, they're tied with 18th at 21. So yeah, so I can understand why DC is saying what he's saying. Like they need to change the offense. I mean, you're 30th with with 171 points.
With the offense coordinator, there's going to be some position changes got to be made to or added to the team.
Yeah.
And they're going to just be the OC. They're going to have to bring in another receiver.
What do you do with Tannehill?
I think we're going to bring him back. I think after they see what I know, I'm feeling the same way, but I just don't see the option. I don't see an option right now, unless they figure out some way to bring in Derek Carr or something. But with Tannehill, I think they're going to bring him back. the rookie Malik, he probably almost 2 years out. I bet you
Yeah.
to be a starter, full-time starter anyway. If they didn't feel like that, they wouldn't have went out and got Josh Dobbs.
Yeah.
But he's still a ways away. So I'm thinking they're gonna roll with him with Tannehill unless they can find another quarterback out there to come in.
Yeah.
Well,
do that.
how many first round picks they got?
They got one
Yeah.
at 11.
So one at 11. They're gonna
Hey man, you know what? Maybe
throw something at Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
or Seahawks
Mm-hmm.
For what? For who?
for their pick. Seahawks got what, the 5th pick now, because the Broncos won yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say.
So take their extra pick and draft somebody. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, but basically swap out their pick, because now the Seahawks got the 5th pick.
See, then
It's still doable. You could get.
It's a complete overhaul, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the Baltimore deal, that could be interesting. That could be. You talking about it for Lamar Jackson?
Yeah.
And I think I think not necessarily us, but I think that's what Baltimore's going to end up doing.
Yeah,
they're going to try to get that Deshaun Watson deal.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what
Exactly.
they did with Cleveland.
Yep.
That's what so somebody's going to get him. I think. I don't know who it is. I wouldn't mind it, but I think it's going to happen. I don't think they're going to give him the money he wants.
They need to.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Because him and Derrick Henry in the backfield
Yes.
is trouble.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's trouble. Absolutely. And maybe get him a good wide receiver, something that he hasn't had in a while,
Right.
All right, moving on. Let's go to the Texans against the Colts. Final score, 32-31. Texans win this game. Some passing, some game leaders real quick. Davis Mills, he threw for 38, completed 22 for 298 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Your top rusher was Wambu with 11 carries, 33 yards. And your top receiver was Cooks for 5 catches, 106 yards, and 1 touchdown. And now to the Colts side of the ball, Ellinger, he threw for 35, completed 23 for 209 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Your top rusher was Moss with 18 carries, 114 yards, 1 touchdown. And your top receiver was Jackson with 6 catches, 75 yards. That being said, that right there leaves the Texans dead last over the season 3-13-1, and that leaves the Colts at 4-12-1. So this game right here, DC, what are your thoughts on it, man?
The Texans, they did it. They did it to themselves, man. This is right here was definitely self-inflicted. I'm kind of like you, man. Just get that first round pick, the first overall pick, man. You have a lot more leverage.
Yeah.
But of course, the players don't see it the way we do. A lot of those guys have bonuses on the line and different stuff like that. So they're not gonna just go out there and lay it down, because the players actually don't give a damn about the first pick overall.
Yeah.
Definitely Davis Mills. Like, why would I give you my spot? I'm not gonna just go ahead and lay my spot out there, because I know y'all taking a quarterback.
Yeah.
And like a lot of those guys are maybe a sack away here or interception away here for a big bonus. So those players, they're not gonna just go out there and lay it down. Some of them on the last year of their contract, and they need some good game for somebody else.
Yeah.
So I can't blame the players. Of course, all the fans and probably the ownership wanted to lose that game, but the players never just gonna go out there and lay down like that.
Yeah. How about you, Jay? What are your thoughts on this game, man?
I'm gonna cede the floor to you. I'm gonna let you.
No, don't worry, man.
Give your thoughts.
Like my fandom's about to come out.
No, go ahead. You got it, because really, it's just bad. This is a bad organization.
Yeah.
It should have been top down. Kyle Manera should have said something in a meeting or something.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason there's no reason that Brandon Cooks should have even played the game.
Yeah.
Lovey, if Lovey went out there and actually tried to win the game, that should have been insubordination. Because I would have sat him down. Look, you're not winning this game. I don't care what you're not coaching to win. And I might have fired him before the game. I don't know.
So here I come, man. Here's my fandom coming out now. So yesterday, I was telling these guys off camera that yesterday I was livid, man. Like for the last 3 minutes of the game, I was up and screaming, "The Colts ain't doing this. You ain't texting why you catching these balls. It's like all of a sudden, you know, like Brandon Cooks wants to be part of the team.
Right.
All of a sudden, Davis Mills wants to actually run and throw some legitimate passes. You know, it's like, oh, now Lovie Smith is going for fourth and down, you know, fourth downs conversion. Who the hell converts 4th and 12?
And then fourth and
2 and going for 2.
Yeah.
You know, all season, the Texans have been 25th in passing, 31st in rushing, and you know, and like they're tied with putting up 17 points a game. I was like, man, like I feel like Lovie Smith felt bad for Chicago because he didn't get him Super Bowl. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do you a solid. I'm gonna win this game so y'all can get the first round pick. You know, and God, you know, it's just like when they have to win, they don't win. When they need to lose, then don't know how to lose neither, man. But Lovie Smith got fired. I believe he got fired as soon as he landed in Houston. You know, as soon as he got in the ride, he's like, hey, man, it's been good, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, don't get me wrong, man. I feel like the GM also should be getting fired as well.
Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna clean house, demolish that thing and start from scratch. You know, yeah, the Texans still got number two overall pick, but we know that the Bears can trade that and get more for them because now you got potentially the Colts, possibly the Titans, and you know, Atlanta and the Panthers that need a quarterback. You know, these guys pretty sure could give up 2, possibly 3, or potentially players. Like imagine if Atlanta gave up what's the tight end's name? Pitts?
Yeah, Kyle Pitts.
And a first round pick to get that, man. You know? I'm just saying, man, like the possibilities is out there.
Yeah,
and also
should jump all over that if they offer them that.
And also, you know, with the Dolphins losing their pick, the Texans could have had 3 first rounds.
They basically do have 3 first rounds.
Yeah.
They got 3 of the first 32 picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that's what I'm saying. Like that chance is just. I think Lovie Smith knew that he was going to get fired.
That's what I was about to say.
So he was like, you know what, F you. You know like the best way I'm gonna screw you is before I leave, I'm gonna win this game. So y'all don't have a great potential draft. You know, but I'm holding myself from not cursing right now, man. But yesterday, man, I was livid, man. Like I guess I held everything in from this whole season. And I was just like ready to like fucking if I could break my TV, I would yesterday. And you know, but now, man, we're gonna wait and see. Either or, we know that we will get one or 2 quarterbacks. It could be Stroud or Young. Me personally, I wanted Young, but now I feel like he's gonna be gone. So
he might be in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Oh my! You have to look it up for 15 years.
They trade up to 1. Bryce Young is in Indy.
So now there's that possibility, man. So yeah, I feel like it's done already. So we're gonna wait and see what happens. But the general manager of the Texans, whoever that may be, in April, has to hit on these next picks right here, on these 2 picks, which is the 2nd and the 12th pick. They have to hit. You know. Me personally, you get that quarterback, you get the wide receiver from TSU, Johnson. Man, if you get them 2, that'd be my
TCU.
Yeah, TCU.
TCU. Yeah, TCU. My bad, TCU. If you get them, you're set. You know, this will be something exciting for the Texans fans, man. But as of right now, man, you know, this GM's going through his 3rd head coach if he stays, and potentially. Which I have a lot of questions for, man. I think he is a great draft. He knows how to draft great players, but he's not. I mean, he can't hire a head coach to save his life, man. I mean, you got 2 already bad ones. The first one was very questionable. Yeah, you know, I was like, what's up? What's up with him draft? You know, not drafting, but getting these head coaches that over their prime already. You know, it's like I'm not trying to sound like. Yeah, they're old and they shouldn't be. No, it's not that, man. But I feel like the game has passed their time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like I feel like they don't want to change in the coaching style. I feel like Lovie Smith didn't want to change, but I don't know why, man. Just like yesterday, he was blitzing. All season, he hasn't been blitzing.
Yep.
I was like, he knew what the hell he was doing, man.
Yep.
I was like, man, like if you wanna be a head coach, you should have been doing these changes a long ass time, not because your job was on the line, you know.
Yep.
Oh, now you want to win these damn games, man. Yeah.
Now the question is coaching name. There's a sentiment that's saying we already know who the next coach is. McCown. They wanted him last year. They didn't stay. The water was too rocky.
Yeah.
His name was he was high school coach. He helped up with the team. So I kind of feel like this is the year they're gonna pull it. They're gonna pull the trigger, and what's his name? Josh McCown.
Yeah.
Josh McCown will be the next coach of the Texans, but we'll see. That should be Casario's last hire.
Yeah.
Man, look.
Because if that don't work, then
man, real quick, man, look. If it's Josh McCown's, that's it, bro. Like, no.
Took the words out of my mouth.
Look. It's this, man. Look, I think it was Josh McCown. I think his name was brought up so many times last year. It was because the Jack Easterby, the guy, he was the vice president of something else. Like he's not there no more.
Culture creator.
Yeah. So whatever his title was, he had a boner for that guy. I don't know why, but if his name comes up and I hear he gets an interview, bro, that's it, man.
No, he's getting an interview.
No way.
He'll get an interview.
I swear that he doesn't, man. Because if he does, man, I'm done with this franchise, bro.
It's just an interview though, like.
But why?
His name is he's an upcoming coach in the league. There's a lot of people
he hasn't coached anything in the league. That's the thing.
There's a lot of people who like his offensive mind. So, look, if they interview him, okay, I'll listen to the interview. But if they hire the dude,
no, you see, like that's the thing.
Then
like once I feel like his name is attached to your interview process with the Texans, I feel like that's it. Obviously they want this guy. This is the third interview.
They're going to interview everybody. They are going to conduct probably 5 interviews, and it's going to be crazy names. Like another name that they're talking about was the OC in Detroit, which might be a good hire. But we'll see, because Eric Bieniemy name came up. But I'm not sure. I'm just saying that's what it looks like it's leaning towards.
Now this was my team. Now, I was the owner. I've been going for 2 coaches, two defensive coaches that are in the playoffs right now. The DC from the Eagles, and D'Amico Ryans.
D'Amico Ryans, yes.
Yeah, that'd be something I would like to see, but that makes too much sense. So I think the Texans wouldn't even do that, to be honest with you.
My thing is with D'Amico, I'm sure he'll think about it, but are we sure he'll take that job, leaving San Francisco?
Well, you see what like that would have to benefit a lot. It depends on different scenarios. I'm pretty sure if Caceres here, he wouldn't want to take that job. That's what I'm saying. Like we have to wait and see what happens till they find a head coach, and like we have to wait and see, because I feel like with Caserio, with these guys I just mentioned right now, it's not going to happen. It's going to be some coach that hasn't had that many experience, or it's going to be a coach that has passed his time. It's going to be one of those 2 scenarios, but it's not going to be something in the middle that will make too much sense, at least in my eyes, at least.
Yeah.
DC, you got any thoughts on this, man?
And back with that Lovey, man, I think when the season, I would like to see how his contract is written. He may have known this was going to be the one and done from the jump.
They gave him a 3-year deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see how the money's structured in that. If it was real heavy in that first year, he may have known this from the jump.
Yeah.
But of course, like I say, you guys have 3 picks in the top 32. Would you be open to trading one of those picks to the Raiders for Carr, and then using the other 2 picks for picks in the
No,
first? You wouldn't do that?
like I said last episode, I said that I wouldn't want no veteran quarterback. I would like go through the process with the rookie, especially on this draft, just because of the potential of the we could get one of the 2 good quarterbacks coming out with Stroud or Young.
Okay.
Yeah, because now if the Texans had the 4th overall pick, then yeah, I will make that.
Right.
You know, because I know by then those 2 quarterbacks would have been gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and what if so you may just end up having to. Well, Casario may like one and not like the other, and the one he don't like may be the one that's sitting there for him, and he may trade out of that.
And that's
You
what
see
I'm saying.
saying?
It's like right now, man.
Mhm.
Like I don't trust Nick Casario, man.
Yeah.
He might like Levis.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like
So let's
Mhm.
everybody kind of with the Texans. You just got to prepare for everything
yeah.
because they could do the most left out of pocket thing
Mhm.
Mhm.
and justify it with he's our guy.
Yeah.
Coaching wise, quarterback wise, I don't know. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
I don't think Lovey should have lost his job after one year. At least not this quick.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was just. I don't know if they were mad that the 2-point conversion. Maybe that sent them over when he scored that 2-point. Calvin was like, no, he's done.
Yeah.
But man, that was tough.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's crazy because we've been saying all year that Lovey was gone after this one. Everybody's been saying that.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I really would like to know. But as far as head coaching, you mentioned D'Amico.
Mhm.
I would think that this team would probably need a more of an offensive minded guy
Yeah.
to come in to be the head coach.
Yeah.
One of the OCs from maybe Buffalo, Dorsey,
Well-
somebody like that, somebody that's a real offensive mind to come in. Defense gonna be okay. I can see that.
Yeah.
So, but if you do bring a defensive minded head coach in there, you got to find a hellified OC to
Yeah.
come in there and handle that.
The reason why I say D'Amico Ryans because I know he's gonna bring that Shanahan offense with him. You know, so I feel like that's always gonna be part of his DNA. So I feel like he's always gonna bring someone from that tree, to continue on that offense. But then again, who knows, man?
Yeah.
But I just like I like the fact that he's not over 50.
Right.
You know, and
Yep.
you know, like I'm not trying to put I'm not against old head coaches. I just like I feel like it's time for new blood,
Yeah.
fresh blood.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like he's still like I want to say he's 45, 46, maybe under 45 to be honest. But yeah, man, and he was a player. You know,
Right.
he played his position pretty well. You know, and like he still holds the record in tackles.
Yep.
For the Texans, you
Yeah.
know, so I feel like he's a coach for the players, you know. So I feel like he would keep a locker room in check.
No doubt. And another
Yeah.
thing, but when you hire these coaches, when they come in for the interview, they want to know how much influence they get on picking players.
Yeah,
Now, if Casario says, I'm buying all the groceries, you just got to cook with him, he
Mhm.
may not be that kind of guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He may be one to say, I want to have some influence on the guys you bring in.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be running this team. I want to help pick the players too. So,
Yeah.
and some GMs will do that. Some GMs won't. GMs
Yeah.
will go to the grocery store. They here's the grocery. You make it work.
Yeah.
And some of them they'll sit there and talk with the head coach, and both of them have influence on players.
So under Lovie Smith's defense, man. Now this is a defensive guy right here, and I look and passing points per defense. Now this is defense right here. He's 25th, rushing 31st,
Mm-hmm.
and points against is 27th, man. I mean you're finishing bottom, man. You're a defensive coach,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I get it, man. Like you don't have that stud, that one player that stands out, man. But I mean, sheesh. I mean, like the start of this defense was Petrie, you know.
Mhm.
You know, he was the one that left in tackles, and Petrie this year had 147 tackles, man.
Right.
And interceptions. He had 5 interceptions.
Yep.
you know. And sacks was Jerry Hughes with 9. I'm just saying, man.
Look, I'm gonna say it.
Say it.
If I'm D'Amico, I need reassurances.
Mhm.
I need to pick the players.
Mhm.
I need to pick my staff, and for one reason, last 3 coaches, you had Romeo,
Oh, you Cully?
you had Cully, Lovey Smith.
Uh-huh.
What they got in common?
Yes. Oh, no doubt. And that's right.
They
And that's going to be a big
They
point of emphasis. This.
3 black head coaches.
Yep.
Romeo came in
As
an
an
interim.
intern.
Right.
Yeah, interim.
but
Mhm.
he got that tag pulled.
Ain't no doubt.
Cully came in.
Mhm.
And then Lovey was an interim-ish, like he just transitioned over. But that's 3 black head coaches
Back.
that didn't get nothing.
Nope.
They got a kick in the butt to get out when you felt that you could upgrade, and you didn't even upgrade.
Yeah.
It's just it's even, and D'Amico will be an upgrade, but that's my leverage right there.
Right. Right.
These last 3 black head coaches you had, you just fired them.
Yep.
With like a thank you post on your Twitter page on ESPN or whatever.
Yep.
I need power.
With the worst roster in the league probably for the last 3 years. With those
Exactly.
coaches. Yeah.
Yeah, I need power. I'm not going to just sit here and just take this. I need to be able to pick my own players.
Yeah. Overall, man, like I don't trust the Texans organization right now, man. Especially with the GM and the owner right now, man. I feel like these guys have made some questionable hirings, questionable decisions. The only thing that I could see maybe in them doing right is just drafting players, but that's it. But overall, I get it. Like when this GM came, he came in thinking that Deshaun Watson was going to be his quarterback, and everything he had to deal with. I give him that right there, man. But everything else, man, how in the world do you get that wrong with Cully and with Lovey as well, man?
Yeah.
I mean, like those are very questionable, man, and those are big decisions that now I can't trust them.
Right.
I really can't trust them as a hiring the next head coach.
Yep.
That's my problem with
And it's
that.
got that feel to me that 2 years ago the Jets did.
Yeah.
When they had a chance for the number 1 overall pick and they won the game at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
They ended up with Zach Wilson versus Trevor Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
See how much different that team would have been if they just
If they
lost
just-
and they would have had Trevor Lawrence. So they just felt like they needed a quarterback, so they just went out there and picked the quarterback number 2 overall, which is no better than a 5th round pick.
Yeah.
In Zach Wilson.
Yeah, but
And now they're paying for it. In some kind of way, Robert Sullivan coached his ass out that paper bag to be competitive. Still, with the draft.
But we know that the talent level that Young and Stroud bring, though.
Yeah.
Like we could clearly say that those two are more ahead than Zach Wilson, right?
Well, yeah, you can say that. You can say that.
I don't know. Zach Wilson was compared to Aaron Rodgers at BYU. The difference is at BYU, he never got touched.
Yeah.
We'll see how once these cats start getting hit, if they can still be accurate.
Yeah.
Because the question with Stroud is he mobile enough?
Right.
He's mobile, but he looks like he's scared to use his leg.
Yeah.
Like he's not like Deshaun Watson who's going to move around in the pocket, or Bryce Young who's going to move around in the pocket.
Yeah.
He is a throwing quarterback. He just looks like he's mobile.
Right.
He doesn't use it.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
And it's kind of like when Justin Fields, came in. They drafted him.
Mm-hmm.
He had one offensive coordinator his first year.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden you got this guy this year, and you can start to see strides. So now we know with him, he just needs some skill players around him, and he'll be okay. But like you have to bring that, you have to set that whole offense up around that quarterback for that team to be successful. You got to. That's the only way it's going to work.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of hoping I was gonna jump on my season tickets again, man. But I don't even know if I want to do that this year.
Like I say, be careful with those first round quarterbacks. You remember the Chicago went from 3-2 to take Trubisky?
Yeah.
When they had all them other guys behind him, Mahomes and all those guys back there. Yeah.
It's a coin flip right there, man. Like you said, it's all personnel from the teams, man.
That Jets point was a good point because they should have lost, and they thought ain't no difference between Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Now we're seeing one is a flop.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. I think I'm ready to move on, man.
All right, I'm with you.
I think it's out. But yesterday, man, I was cursing, man.
I know you were throwing stuff.
I was. Like, all right, so Jerron has seen the side of me when it's game day, when the Texans playing. Jerron has seen that side of me. It was like, I'm a different person, man. But once the game's over, I let it go. It's like I'm calm, I'm quiet, still frustrated, but not as angry.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. All right, moving on. Next game, we got the Buccaneers at the Falcons. Final score 17-30. Falcons come up and win this one game right here. Game leaders Tom Brady. He threw for 17, completed 13, 84 yards, and 1 touchdown. Your top rusher was Bernard with 7 carries, 28 yards. Top receiver was Godwin with 6 catches, 55 yards. So I'm assuming these guys only play for one half.
Yeah.
Now to the Falcons side of the ball. Reader. He threw for 30, completed 19, 224 yards, 2 touchdowns. Your top rusher was Aguilar with
Algier.
Was that decent?
Algier.
Mm-hmm. With 24 carries for 135 yards. Good, man. And your top receiver was London for 6 catches, 120 yards. Not bad. So that being said, gentlemen, that leaves the Falcons at 7-10, last in their division for the season, and that leaves the Buccaneers at 8-9, number 1 in their division for the season as well. That being said, DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Oh man, not much happened here, man. Just went pretty much like you said. Those guys played probably a half. I wouldn't expect them to get too much out of this. Atlanta, they just have to run their players out just for stats.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, wasn't much here. Good Algier for a rookie. Not bad for a rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad at all.
So you think Algier's the future running back?
Yes, he is.
For that team?
Yeah,
all
he
right.
will be. Yep.
Yeah. Jerome, what are your thoughts, man?
Same thing. Nothing really to talk about. Bucks were getting ready for the playoff game. That's all that was.
Yeah, absolutely.
It turned into a preseason game.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's move on to the next game then. Let's go to the Patriots at the Bills right here. Final score was 23-35. Bills win this game right here. Game leaders. Let's go to the New England side of the ball. Jones, he threw 440, completed 26, 243 yards, 3 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions. Top rusher was Stevenson with 6 carries, 54 yards, and your top receiver was Parker with 6 catches, 79 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Now to the Bills side of the ball. Allen, he threw for 31, completed 19 for 254 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Top rusher was Cooks with 9 carries, 45 yards. And your top receiver was Diggs for 7 catches, 104 yards, and 1 touchdown. Have a day, man. So that being said, gentlemen, that puts New England for the season at 8-9, third in their division. And that puts the Bills at 13-3 for the season, 1 in that division right there. DC, what are your thoughts in this game, man?
Oh man, 3 interceptions, Mac Jones. This year and last year was like in the tale of 2 different years.
Mm-hmm.
He looked a whole lot better for some reason in his rookie year than he did this year. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're gonna revisit that or if they're gonna go out and bring in some players for him or what. Because he has some. I guess Parker, he's not a bad receiver. And Jacoby, they're not bad receivers, but man, I would expect him to be at least where he was last year. He feel like he regressed.
Well, the difference was, in my opinion, he didn't have an offensive coordinator. He had a defensive guy calling offense, so I guess, like we talked about a couple of times, I think Bill O'Brien might even go back to New England as an offensive coordinator. I think that's why you see the big difference. You have an offensive coordinator. His offensive coordinator left to Las Vegas. So that lets you know that you need an offensive coordinator. Not just anybody can pick up a book and just assume that you're playing Madden and say, all right, let's try this play right here. It looks like it's gonna work. Nah, man. You need offensive mind on this one right here. DC, you got any more on this one?
I'm good.
Jerome, what do you think, man?
First of all, we gotta kind of talk about the Bills. Number 3, Damar Hamlin. So that was a tough game, I'm sure, for them to play in that situation. So he's doing better, which is good.
Yeah.
Naheem Hines came out 2 kick return touchdowns. Without those, this is a different game.
Yeah.
Patriots probably pull this out because the defense played well, and then Mac Jones, of course, like you said, just gave it up. But Buffalo pulled it out. So they're in good position. We'll have to see what the Patriots. Bill O'Brien would probably be their best hire that they could make, like bring him back.
Yeah.
But a lot of questions for the Patriots.
Yes.
Is Belichick, how long he gonna last? He said he's coming back.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
But how much longer? Because without Belichick, y'all gonna be. Patriots gonna go back to them old Patriots, the way back in the day Patriots when they were 3-win teams.
Back in the 70s, the 80s.
Patriots, when they're an embarrassment. Because it's looking like it's starting to fall apart.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So Belichick, he's 70 years old right now. Who knows? He said he's coming back for next season. So like keyword right there is next season. He didn't say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be the future." So we'll see what's up with that, man. But yeah, so everything that happened with number 3 over Monday, man, was Hamlin. It's good news is that he's doing well.
Right.
He's breathing on his own. It's crazy. I'm pretty sure all of us were excited to watch this game on Monday.
Yes. Oh, no doubt.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Like it was that one hit that awkwardly got him, and as soon as he stood up, he fell down.
Yeah.
That was very disturbing to see, man. But yeah, man, prayers up for him, man. Thank God, he's recovering very well right now. So we'll see what happens with him. Who knows if he might even come back, man? After a hit like that, man. Yeah. I think him and his family have to discuss about stuff like that.
Yeah, they really got to talk about playing this game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to touch on that is when people were saying that T. Higgins intentionally done that.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. His body didn't know it was going to do that. But of course, T. Higgins intentionally tried to run through him. That's a football move.
Yeah.
Right.
Diggs did the same thing on that opening drive. He caught that ball on the sideline. He tried to kill that defensive back over there.
Yep.
It's just part of it. You trying to run through the guy. And it just so happened that all the stars aligned on that particular play. The timing of that hit, how hard he hit, in the position, and that happened. But of course, T. Higgins trying to run through him. That's what you're supposed to do. You're a bigger man. You punish the smaller man if you can.
Yeah.
So when people start blaming T. Higgins, it ain't his fault. No, he was just making a football move.
Yeah.
And I know his mom came out and said some stuff because he was a little bit upset, frustrated, with that. All the people saying it's on purpose. But you got to take that into context. On purpose, yes. But he didn't mean for that to happen to that guy.
Yeah.
He had nothing to do with that part. Nobody wanted to see that happen. And you're going to watch this weekend, you're going to see the same thing happen again.
Yep.
A receiver's going to catch the ball over the middle like that, and he's going to try to punish that defensive back. So it's just part of the game. Man.
Yeah.
It's just strange that it happened like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And after the game, T. Higgins, I believe he went to the hospital as well to go visit him. I'm pretty sure like that's something that it'd be on his mind. And he's trying to make sure everything's okay. It's like, but it's part of the game. Them hits, you don't know how they're gonna come or what's the effect on it, long term or short term, or on the field like that. You don't know what exactly is gonna happen, man. But it's part of the game. Like these guys, when they put these helmets and pads on, they know the consequences. It might take that one hit, you could be paralyzed, or hell, you could be life threatening and stuff like that can happen. but it doesn't happen all the time. But you know what, broken bones, hamstrings, all that stuff happens, but this right here is rare, like last time something like this happened that a player got a cardiac arrest was in the 70s, I believe.
Mhm.
And so it doesn't happen as often, but it does still happen. So that being said, man, like it's a part of the game, man. But
And it's good that everything worked out.
yeah,
Yes.
He's alive. He's recovering. The NFL showed him a lot of love.
Mhm.
Every team,
Mhm.
yeah,
the commissioner even wore his number.
Mhm.
And then it didn't affect the playoff seeding
Right.
like
Yeah.
that drastically. Everything ended up working out to where now everybody's kind of seated to where they pretty much should go. I know Cincinnati had like they had an objection to how the seating was gonna go, but to me, I think it ended up working out.
yeah,
I guess it's just going to change the location of some of these games.
Mm.
If they have to play, if the Chiefs or Bills have to play Kansas City, I think that's what they said. If they have to play each other,
Mm-hmm.
the AFC Championship may have to be in a
Neutral,
neutral
right?
location. Yeah.
bring it to Houston. I'll be happy with that. Hey, so let me ask you this, man. So how do y'all feel how the NFL handled everything going on? With the cancellation of the game. Do you think the NFL did a great job as in that part? Like the way they reacted towards everything going on in the field when that hit happened. You
Uh, I don't know if they should have canceled the game, but
yeah,
they got that week. I seen one proposal where you push everything back a week.
yeah,
Next week, the only game you would have had was the NFC playoffs and the Buffalo Cincinnati game.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
All the AFC would have had a bye for its playoffs.
yeah,
That way, you can go ahead and get that game to get the seedings legitimately right. Because like these both of these guys already beat the Chiefs.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
If all they had to do was have the same record, and they got home field advantage.
yeah,
So both of those guys already beat the Chiefs, and then they could have came back and made it up, but they canceled it, and you can't please everybody.
yeah,
But I'm just waiting to
Yeah.
see that AFC Championship where it's going to be played, who's going to be in it.
yeah,
That's going to
absolutely.
be interesting.
And real quick, man, shout out to the first responders on the field, man.
Mhm.
That was big.
Yeah,
That was huge.
like a doctor said, he said, hey, if there's any place besides a hospital I want to be at, I would rather be like in a sporting event
Mhm.
because they have all the medical attention right there. They have 4 ambulances
Mhm.
in each corner of the stadium. And on top of that, you got your doctors on the field as well. Like each team
Mhm.
has a doctor right there.
No doubt.
And so hey man, shout outs to them, man. Hopefully they get the recognition they deserve, man, because that right there, being under pressure, like at the hospital, you only have like 5 to 10 people looking at you, man. But you had everybody at the stadium, the players, and then on top of that, the TV crews around you,
Yeah, the
man.
whole medical staff were on the field.
Yeah.
2 of them on the field.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Shout outs to them, man. And yeah. But besides that, man, you guys want to talk anything more else about this?
I just feel bad for those Bengals fans.
Yeah,
They bought those tickets, man,
Yeah.
and life happens.
Yep.
yeah, yeah, man. All right, let's move on to the next game right here. Let's go to the Vikings versus the Bears. I wish the Bears would have won this game right here. Final score 29-13. Vikings win this game right here. Real quick, game leaders. Cousins, he threw for 20, completed 17 for 225 yards and 1 touchdown. Top rusher was Madison, 10 carries, 54 yards and 2 touchdowns. And your top receiver, it was Osborne for 5 catches, 117 yards. Now to the Bears side of the ball. Peterman, he threw for 19, completed 11 for 114 yards and 1 touchdown. Top rusher was Herbert with 10 carries, 50 yards. And your top receiver was Komet with 4 catches, 57 yards, and 1 touchdown. That being said, gentlemen, that puts Chicago for the season 3-14. And that puts Minnesota at 13-4 for the season. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Oh, not much. You got one team. Well, both teams ready for this game to be over.
Yeah.
One's ready to go home, and one's just ready to get the playoffs started.
Mhm.
And it showed on the field with how they showed the starting reps and stuff like that. But no, not much to take away from this one.
Real quick, I feel like this is how the Texans should have played this game. You
Yeah.
put your third string quarterback.
Yep.
You don't start your you put your backup running back in there.
Yep.
And that's it. Call it a season. But no, they want to come here and act like this was their Super Bowl, and they want to go all out. Congratulations to the Bears for the first pick. They will get more picks out of that now.
Oh, yeah.
So, congratulations to y'all, man. Because y'all know how to lose better than the Texans. And I thought the Texans couldn't get no worse than they did. Jerome, what are your thoughts on this game, Jerome? My bad, bro.
Same thing. Minnesota did what they had to do. They end up 13 wins?
Yeah, 13.
That's an impressive record.
Yeah.
Do we really believe in them like that?
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
I mean, they got an easy opponent on the Giants.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
On paper, it's easy.
On paper.
Okay, there we go.
But Chicago played this whole year perfectly.
Yes, they did.
They were, like we said, they're competitive in most of the games.
Yeah.
They got highlights to show their fans.
Mm-hmm.
They got a future quarterback. And they end up with the first overall pick.
Yeah.
Like that's a win in my book.
Yeah.
It's a win by losing. So we'll see what they do with it. I predict that they trade out. They either get the defensive tackle from Georgia or the defensive end from Alabama. He'll fit perfectly in that scheme. Either one of those will fit.
Yeah.
So they got a bright future. They got a lot of cap space. But we're going to talk about the Vikings in a little bit too.
Yeah.
And the crazy part about that is that they're the spot where they got their quarterback.
Yeah.
Everybody that's right behind them, they all need quarterbacks, seem like. So they right there. They can still trade back and get one of those defensive players because everybody's trying to get there to get the quarterback. That's close. They could probably get back to about 5 and still get one of those guys.
The number one defensive prospect, right?
Still can get one of those guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. With them having the number one overall pick now is going to shake up the draft order for sure. All right. Yeah, boys, got anything else in this game right here?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Let's go to the Ravens at the Bengals. Final score is 16 to 27. Bengals won this game right here. Game leaders, Baltimore side of the ball. Let's start it off. Your top passer was Brown with 44 passes, 19 complete for 286 yards and 2 interceptions. Top rusher was Drake with 17 carries and 60 yards for 1 touchdown. Your top receiver was Likely with 8 catches for 103 yards. Now to the Bengals side of the ball. Burrow, he threw for 42, completed 25 for 215 yards and 1 touchdown. Top rusher was Mixon for 11 carries, 27 yards, and 1 touchdown. Top receiver was Chase for 8 catches, 86 yards, and 1 touchdown. That being said, gentlemen, that puts the Ravens at 10-7, second in that division and for the season. And for the Bengals, that puts them 12-4 for the season right there. Number one in their division. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Man, they brought Brown out the third string to start the game.
Yeah.
Another team that did, they knew where they stood in this order, and they just rested the players the best they could.
Yeah.
Burrow, I'm surprised he had to throw the ball 42 times in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought they were going to handle Baltimore a lot easier than this, but for some reason they didn't. And they're going to be fine going forward. And they had to win this because Baltimore already beat them one time, so it was pretty much must they had to get this one out of the way.
Yeah.
But I'm worried about what Lamar Jackson's going to look like when he comes back, if he comes back. They got some stuff going on in Baltimore.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, there wasn't much to see there.
Yeah. Jerron?
We're going to see this again.
Yep.
The Bengals are going to have to play a lot better than they played this game.
They supposed to flip the coin for this game, right?
Yeah.
No. If the Ravens would have won,
Okay.
they would have had to do the coin flip. It's saying that since the Bengals won, that nullifies the coin flip. Speaking of, did you see the Joe Mixon scored a touchdown?
Yeah.
He pulled out the coin. But yeah, the Bengals, they should have done what they did in this game, but the Ravens had so many questions.
Yeah.
They were throwing a Sammy Watkins, they're throwing Deshaun Jackson. Ah, man, like, and then it was Anthony Brown.
Yeah.
If y'all knew who he was before this game, y'all better than me.
Yeah.
Because I had no
I
idea
have no
who
idea
that
who
cat
he is.
was. And he actually showed up a little bit. But we'll see. Lamar, if he doesn't come back, that he might be done.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see.
Yeah, okay.
You know, looking at this Ravens team, man, you know, they are this close to a rebuild.
Yeah.
They are close to being a total rebuild.
Yeah.
It is all hanging on Lamar Jackson. And like we were talking about earlier, you know, don't be surprised they try to move him and get some of that Deshaun Watson action, all those first round picks.
Yeah.
You know, because they don't want to give the guaranteed money. If they can find somebody that's willing to give them that guaranteed money,
Yeah.
just look out. It's probably going to be one of those deals like Lamar, Cleveland.
Yeah. Yeah, boys, got any more in this game?
No.
No. All right, let's move on. Let's go to the Jets versus the Dolphins. Final score 6-11. It looks like a sorry game right here. Real quick, some game leaders. Let's go to the Jets side of the ball. Falco, he threw for 33, completed 8 for 149 yards. Top rusher was Knight with 12 carries, 22 yards. Top receiver was Wilson for 9 catches, 89 yards. Now to the Dolphins side of the ball. Thomas, he threw for 31, completed 20 for 152 yards. Top rusher was Wilson with 16 carries with 72 yards. Jesus. Top receiver was Angoski with 4 catches, 46 yards. That being said, gentlemen, that puts the Jets at 7-10 for the season. That puts Miami, with this win, barely making to the playoffs, 9-8 for the season. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Oh man, Miami, they're toast. You know, they went all in. You know, when they traded for Chubb and all this stuff, just to look like they're gonna get bounced in the first round. I would expect Teddy Bridgewater or Skylar Thompson to be the quarterback. I don't expect them to run Tua back out there. And now you got to go to Buffalo.
They can't do it.
You can't do it.
They can't.
So you went out there, you went all the way for it, and you still gonna come up short, man. They started out really hot, and they ended up losing like 5 or 6 in a row, man.
Yeah.
At the end, so it sucks for them, but they're in a bad spot also because now they back in the quarterback situation. Even for the future of Tua, I don't see no extension coming for him. So they're looking for quarterbacks now.
Yeah, absolutely. Jay, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Basically the Jets, quarterback. What they gonna do?
Yeah.
That's the hot name is Derek Carr.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Garoppolo also.
Yep.
If it's me, I'm going Garoppolo. You probably pay him a little bit less. And then you wouldn't have to give up any capital to get him. So I'm going Garoppolo there. But yeah, it's a bad game.
Yeah.
2 bad quarterbacks playing. Dolphins get in by the skin of their teeth. Like they barely got in. Yeah, it's a bad game. We'll see. We'll see what Miami ends up doing, but they can't start Tua. If they start Tua, they don't care about that man's health.
No.
He needs to be benched for the year.
So basically, there was no touchdowns in this game. No. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 field goals and 1 safety.
Yep.
God,
yeah, man. So this,
and it's crazy. I heard rumblings of they might fire their coach
Yeah.
if they'd have lost their game in the first year.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Fire what coach?
The Dolphins, they were talking those talks that if they
Nah,
lost their
there's
game,
no way
they were going to move on from that guy.
They were.
Yes.
There's no way you could do
Because
that.
what you have to understand is that John Harbaugh is on the market.
Mm-hmm.
The owner is a Michigan man.
Okay,
That's how him and Brady got tied in together through Michigan.
That makes sense.
So they were talking about letting that guy go. And I think the only person they would have bought in was Harbaugh.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 1 year they were thinking about letting you go, man.
Oh, I didn't even think about Harbaugh.
Yeah.
So I got some breaking news, guys.
Uh-oh.
All right, man. This is gonna hurt Jerron right here. So the Broncos have requested to interview DC's the Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn for a head coaching job.
Yeah, we knew that was coming.
Yeah,
Everybody knew he won't be there next year. Yeah, we knew that one was going to happen.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
you said the Broncos
are requesting an interview with Dan Quinn for a head coaching job. Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. If he I doubt he gets it, to be honest. But if he does get it, I think he can be replaced. Maybe even in house. So
I got another one here.
I'm glad you said the in-house thing when we get to the Cowboys. We'll talk about that.
All right, I got another one here. The Broncos are also requesting interview for the Rams defensive coordinator Raheem Morris for a head coaching job. Yeah.
And I don't see him.
I think that may be the Rooney Rule.
That's the Rooney Rule.
That's the Rooney Rule.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Yeah.
I don't see him getting that one. We've been there, done that with Raheem.
Yeah. So right now the Broncos are out there trying to look for the head coach.
Yeah.
And they moving kind of quickly.
Sean Payton also, of course.
Yeah.
You know?
Sean Payton. Yeah. And there was Jim Harbaugh has been his name been out there for the Panthers as well.
Yep.
Yep. All right, gentlemen, you got any more from this game right here, the Jets and Dolphins?
No.
A little bit of breaking news coming in real quick.
Get that out of here.
Good.
All right, let's move on to the next game. We have the Panthers versus the Saints right here. Final score 10-7. Panthers win this game right here on the road. Real quick, game leaders, Darnold. He threw for 15, completed 5 for 43 yards and 2 interceptions. Top rusher was Herbert with 21 carries, 69 yards. Top receiver was Marshall Jr. with 2 catches for 23 yards. Now to the Saints side of the ball. Dalton, he threw for 25, completed 15 for 171 yards and 1 touchdown. Kamara, he carried the ball 23 times for 170 yards. Where you been at, bro? And then receiving from the Saints, top receiver Olave, he catch 5 for 60 yards and 1 touchdown. That being said, gentlemen, that right there put the Saints and the Panthers 7-10 for this season. DC, what are your thoughts in this game, man?
This was one of the toughest games to watch. This was terrible.
Yeah.
This was a terrible game to watch, man. I watched because my wife's a Saints fan, but not much to see here. That I did see some news of Michael Thomas restructured his contract.
That's to get moved.
Yes, right. Yes.
Yeah, that's to make it easy to get traded.
So I'm thinking the Saints are just like the Ravens. It's close to a rebuild too.
Yep.
The money they just gave he's got to go. They can't keep that money on the books.
Nope.
He's got to go.
Yeah, he got to
Saints
go.
about to be in a rebuild too, more than likely.
Yeah, absolutely. And both teams for sure are in need of a quarterback.
Yep.
Jay, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
I'm confused. Sam Darnold was the only person passing, right? 15 attempts?
Yeah.
Through the whole game. So I didn't watch, but how the hell 5 completions?
Yep.
How did any of this happen?
That's terrible. I'm telling you, man. It was a lot of punting.
15 attempts. Were they playing
He was
the wing T? That's crazy.
Yeah.
And he averaged 2.9 yards a pass. That's get that out of here.
Yeah.
So questions going into the offseason. Carolina, your coach.
Yep.
Y'all end up almost 7-10. Give Wilkes a chance or not. Sam Darnold, get him out of here. What? So you're looking for a quarterback?
I see Sam Darnold as a backup, though, man.
Yeah, he could be a back. I'm not sure. At 5 for 15, 5 out of 15, that's terrible.
But there been some games that he shows some good potential, but he's not the guy that's gonna carry you for the full season.
He's not.
Another one of those first round bust.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on the Saints side, they need to overhaul everything.
Yeah.
especially the running back and quarterback position.
It shows you the dangers of Sean Payton, because Sean Payton's he's gonna go all in.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna use all your resources, but how's he gonna leave it?
Yes.
He's gonna leave it like how the Saints left. I'm surprised they got to 7 wins, to be honest. And then now it's gonna be a total teardown.
Yeah, but they should get a lot of draft picks because of Sean Payne. At least 2 first rounds, right?
Just depends on who they go with. I mean,
No.
the Broncos can't give them that.
What?
The Eagles have their first round draft.
They don't have no first round picks right now. The Saints.
No. I'm saying like,
Oh, you talking
Sean
about
Payne,
if he's traded?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
traded.
I
That's
see
what I'm
you-
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I see the Broncos. They can't give him much.
No.
Yeah.
The only first round they get is the one from Miami for Chubb, and it's gonna probably be later
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the draft.
They-
So, but
they-
later. They're gonna-
Yeah, they can't get what they're asking for,
Right.
Yeah.
and nobody's gonna give that up.
Right.
So we'll have to
Yeah.
we'll definitely have to see. But yeah, Eagles have their actual first round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like number 10 or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
number 10.
God.
Yeah, it is.
Saints, go ahead and trade Marshawn Lattimore to the Cowboys, and then we'll give you a first round pick for him.
Yeah, they should have a fire sale over there.
Yeah. Everything must go.
I'll take a couple of they
Everything.
cats. Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, boys, got anything else in this game?
I wouldn't be with James Winston. I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up in Carolina somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Just depending on what the new head coach coming in, because I don't think the Saints they let him sit on the bench, so they don't care for him.
Yeah.
So but don't be surprised if he pops up on one of those rosters that
Yeah.
need a quarterback.
Absolutely. All right, moving on. We have the Browns at the Steelers. Final score 14-28. Game leaders real quick. Let's start off with the Browns side of the ball. Watson, he threw for 29, completed 19 for 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Top rusher was Chubb, 12 carries, 77 yards. Top receiver was Cooper with 2 catches, 51 yards. Now on the Steelers side, Pickett, he threw for 29, completed 13 for 195 yards and 1 touchdown. And your top rusher was Harris with 23 carries, 84 yards, and 1 touchdown. Not bad. And your top receiver was Pickens with 3 catches, 72 yards, and 1 touchdown. That being said, that put the Browns at 7-10 for the season. That puts the Steelers at 9-8 for the season right there, gentlemen. That being said, DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Steelers gave it a shot at the end. They still finished over 500, but
Yeah.
I think they got their quarterback. I think their offense is going to be set for the next few years with those 3 guys, Pickett, Harris, and Pickens. So now the draft pick, they can focus somewhere else, maybe O-line or something like that.
Yeah.
But I still think they're going to make a change at offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Need
But,
to.
yeah, they're going to have to do something. Jim Canada's not going to be the guy. But Cleveland, nothing to see there. Watson looked terrible.
Yep.
Just waiting to see what he gets once the full offseason and everything next year. But he looks terrible right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. It's been almost 2 years since he
Yeah.
played the ball, man. So
Mhm.
who knows how might even look in the beginning of next season as well. So
Right.
we'll see. Jay, what were your thoughts in this game, man?
Pickett, he showed me something. I didn't believe in Pickett. He showed me that he could be a legitimate option right now as a NFL quarterback. He's a older rookie, so we'll have to see if a lot of times when you're an older rookie, the league catches up to you and you kind of topped out. So he may be topped out. This might be the best he gets, but they went on a little winning streak. Mike Tomlin, 9-8. He will not.
Yep.
He will not have a losing record.
No.
He refuses to have a losing record, and
Yeah.
that's a great quality in a coach. But the Steelers got some parts. Harris, Pickens. Pickens is gonna be a
Yes.
stud next year.
Yeah.
And Deontay Johnson still no touchdowns on the
touchdowns.
whole year.
Mhm.
Man,
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That is ridiculous. He got to the 1 yard line. Almost everybody was about to go crazy if he got his touchdown, but
Yeah.
of course he didn't get it. And then on the Cleveland side, it's not much to see here. We'll have to see like you said, how the offseason goes for Deshaun, and I would have thought the Amari Cooper Watson connection would have been a lot better than it was.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, 3 targets from Amari Cooper, 2 catches, 51 yards. So,
So
a lot of questions.
so we know already that the Browns just fired their
Decent, yep.
defensive coordinator. So we'll see what type of defensive coordinator they could bring up. You know, on paper, this defenses should be like his top
Oh, yes.
five
Oh, no
at
doubt.
least.
Yes.
Yeah.
But their defense was struggling this year, man.
Yeah.
Their defense just didn't even show up to play this season, man. But we'll see what will happen with this offseason right here, how their defense is gonna change a little bit. But yeah, so yeah, was there anything else
Oh,
between
no.
these two teams?
Nah.
No?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next game. We have the Chargers at the Broncos right here. Final score 28-31. Broncos come up with the win on this one. Game leaders, let's start off with the Chargers side of the ball. Herbert, he threw for 37, completed 25 for 273 yards and 2 touchdowns. Top rusher was Eckler, 11 carries for 34 yards. Top receiver was Allen for 8 catches, 102 yards and 2 touchdowns. Have a day, man. And now to the Broncos side of the ball. Wilson, he threw for 24, completed 13 for 283 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Top rusher was Murray with 15 carries, 103 yards, and 1 touchdown. Have a day. Top receiver was Judy with 5 catches for 154 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Have a day, man. So that being said, gentlemen, that leaves Denver for this season 5 wins and 12 losses, and that leaves the Chargers at 10 wins and 7 charges. I mean, 7 wins. There we go. 7 losses. There we go. So that being said, DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Gonna be a long off season for the Broncos. Finding a head coach and a whole lot of stuff going to have to change there. But
Yeah,
Brandon Staley,
Yeah.
this dude, man,
Yeah.
he keeps tiptoeing that line of
Yeah.
being the most craziest
Mm-hmm.
coach. And why would you start all these players?
Yep.
See, the Texans and the Chargers should have flip flopped to what they did.
Mm-hmm.
He should have none of these guys should have played. They didn't have nothing to gain. Why would you? And you got Mike Williams hurt.
Yep.
A back injury, so he may not even be there
He
this
did-
coming up week.
So it got him hurt.
Yeah,
Damn.
we should have never played. You have nothing to prove.
Yeah.
I don't think you was going to improve your seat from where you was at.
No,
there's
they
nothing
were
you can
locked
do.
in.
Locked in, and you
Yeah, they
play
were
all
locked
these
in.
guys, Herbert, all of them. So I don't think he's going to be there long. But even with a win,
Yeah,
I would not be surprised, man. You can't be out there taking those kind of chances, man, with those guys. Not at all.
yeah,
I'm with you. And this, to me, this is the dark horse Sean Payton team.
Yeah.
Because Staley,
Yep.
we've seen 1,000 decisions that he's made that's just put this team in jeopardy. Keenan Allen played into the 4th quarter
Crazy.
of a meaningless game.
yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like you said, Mike Williams. We'll see how injured he is. But
How bad it is.
yeah, how bad it is.
Yeah.
But on the other note, Denver, they started playing better towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
Once they got rid of Hackett, I think 28-point game and 31 points this game. We'll see how your boy Russell bounces back also.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. We'll see what changes the Broncos going to make this offseason. Obviously, they're going to need a new head coach and the new ownership as well. When they came into this season, they came in with this contract already given to him.
Yep.
Mhm.
The coaching hire was already there when they got there, man. So we will see what kind of direction the ownership wants to take with this team, man. But we do know that they need some help, regardless. Especially on the head coaching side. But it all depends on what kind of coach to bring. Defensive coach or offensive mind coach. Is any candidates if you ought to put a name into this team, which coach would it be?
They say they want to talk to Peyton and Harbaugh.
Yeah.
So we just see what else opens up.
Yeah.
Before the season's up, before the week is out.
You know what? Go ahead and get Dan Quinn, please, and then take Kellen Moore with him.
Oh man.
Yeah. There's no way Sean Payton takes this job. Yeah. I don't think there's no way they can even get him.
Yeah.
And then Sean Payton is kind of I think he said he's package deal with Vic Fangio.
Yes.
Yeah. Vic Fangio already he already coached in Denver.
Yep.
They canned his ass. So
different ownership though.
It is different ownership, but I don't know if Fangio wants to go back.
I'm with you. I think that the Chargers is going to be the place for Peyton.
Yeah.
Because they're a team that don't need a first round pick. They can give up first round for this year and next year. The Chargers can because their lineup is set.
Yeah.
The roster is legit.
Yep.
They just got to find their head coach to put them over the top. They can give Saints first round this year and next year if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
All right, gentlemen. Y'all both got anything else?
Mm-mm.
All right, move on. Let's go to the Giants at the Eagles. Final score, 16-22. Eagles win this game right here. Game leaders, let's start off the Giants side of the ball. Webb, he threw for 40, completed 23, 168 yards and 1 touchdown. Top rusher was Brightwell with 11 carries for 60 yards. And top receiver was Cager.
Yep. I don't know him either.
Yeah.
Wow.
8 catches for 69 yards. And now to the Eagles side of the ball, Hurts. He threw for 35, completed 20 for 229 yards and 1 interception. Top rusher was Scott for 9 carries for 54 yards and 1 touchdown. Top receiver was A.J. Brown for 4 catches, 95 yards. That being said, that puts the Giants 9-7-1 for the season, and that puts the Eagles at 14-3 for the season. That being said, DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Nothing much. I know they didn't really want to play Hurts, but they had to just to get by this practice squad team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I see that Kenny Galladay caught a touchdown, I'm like, my goodness, they really went to the practice squad because he's been over there all year and getting 1 or 2 plays a game.
Yeah. Yep.
So they went deep. They put nobody close to being worth anything on the field yesterday. And if Philly got what they want the first round bye, and the Giants, they just want to be healthy for the first round.
Yeah, absolutely. Jerome, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Nothing much. On to the playoffs for both of these teams. It was a one-sided game. Nothing really to talk about. Jalen Hurts, he came out healthy. That's all that mattered.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got some more breaking news, gentlemen. I got some news right here.
What you got?
So, the Broncos has also requested defensive coordinator DeMeco Ryans for a head coaching job.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I got another one right here. The Browns have requested Patriots linebacker coach Gerard Mayo for a defensive coordinator job.
Huh?
That'd be a good one right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frank Reich name ain't coming up yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I think Carolina.
Carolina? Okay.
Carolina said they wanted to talk to Frank Reich.
Yeah.
I'm seeing DeMeco Ryan's not interested in potential in the Texans.
You just said that a while ago.
Yeah, it said he's not interested in let's see. But yeah, a lot of Broncos news. They working quick.
Yeah.
They trying to get this thing quick. And I like DeMeco Ryans. If he does go to the Broncos, that's actually a good thought. Like, I could see him taking that job.
Oh, they have players. The Broncos got players, man.
Yeah, their defense was supposed to be top notch.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, gentlemen, we got anything else on more of the Giants and Phillies?
Nah.
No? All right. Let's move on to the next game right here. But yeah, man, so right now is stuff happening. Guys, we just breaking news right here. Of course, it's Black Monday, so there's some new jobs opening. That's why we're doing this, like throughout the episode, breaking news right here. So yeah, Next game right here, man. Let's go to the Cardinals at the 49ers. Final score 13-38. 49ers win this game easily. Real quick, let's go to some game leaders to the Cardinals side of the ball. Passing, Bold. Oh man, I ain't even trying to
Blau.
Wow, yeah.
14. No, he threw for 18, completed 14 for 180 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Top rusher was Clement with 8 carries, 23 yards, and 1 touchdown. Top receiver was AJ Green, 3 catches, 91 yards, and 1 touchdown. Now to the 49ers side of the ball. Purdy, he threw for 20, completed 15, 178 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And top rusher was Mitchell for 5 carries, 55 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And your top receiver was Ayuk for 40 catches, 59 yards. That being said, that puts the Cardinals for the season 4-13, and that puts 49ers 13-4 for the season. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
I didn't watch any of it, but man, 10 in a row looks like for the 49ers.
Yep.
Elijah Mitchell came in, averaged 10 yards a carry.
Yep.
Off the Ayuk. I didn't realize he had 1,000 yards on the season.
Yep.
And this team right here, they ready, man.
And no
they
Debo.
ready, man. They ready. Debo's coming back. But
Yeah.
outside of that, them being ready, I didn't take much from this game.
He played.
Yeah.
I watched this game. The damn 49ers, man. That's my team for the NFC. They are hitting all cylinders. Purdy he's a real deal.
Yeah.
That dude, he makes some clutch throws.
Yep.
Oh man, if it'll be a huge disappointment if they're not representing the NFC in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That defense is crazy. They beat up the poor little Cardinals. The Cardinals didn't have a chance. AJ Green had a little spotlight to end his run in Arizona, but other than that, it was a butt whooping.
Yeah.
Another name, Cliff Kingsbury. You guys monitor.
Yeah.
It's Monday, Black Monday.
Yep.
This may be you may be hearing something about that segment. Predict the news.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying Cliff Kingsbury. He's today. Sometime today, you're gonna hear his name.
Yeah. So y'all boys got anything?
You know, with the 49ers, man, they playing with some house money this offseason with Trey Lance.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking they might find somebody to send him. They may find a buyer for Trey Lance because it looks like Purdy's gonna be their guy.
Yeah.
If he gets this all the way, there's no way you put him back. You know,
Yeah.
there's no way. Even though you spent the draft capital on him, you just made up for it if you win that Super Bowl with Purdy. Even just to get to the NFC Championship with Purdy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's just you can move Lance. You can find something for him.
Yeah.
But you found a basically undrafted guy, the last guy in the draft. Nobody wanted him.
Mr.
And
Unpresident.
you take him and you go that far. You know, so I ain't seen nothing like this since when Kurt Warner was at the Rams.
Yep.
Trey Green got hurt, and he came in and took him.
Yeah.
You know, so they got a bright future in San Francisco too, man.
It's crazy. Like, if I'm 49ers, I'm calling the Jets. Hey,
I'm telling you. I'm
Trey
telling
Lance,
you.
he might look good over there with
Yeah.
Saleh. You know him.
Yeah.
It's not fair what they're doing on offense. They are the biggest bullies on the block.
Yep.
Their run scheme is crazy, and then they got McCaffrey looking like Barry Sanders behind the line. It's just not.
Yeah.
I don't see how you stop it. There is gaping holes. Like anybody could have ran through some of these holes, and then they're using Christian McCaffrey as a wide receiver, and they putting the other runner. Oh
That's
man,
the scary part. The formations, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got the linebackers on running backs. That ain't gonna never work.
it's tough. It's tough. You got to play light just to cover McCaffrey, but you can't because they're gonna run it down your throat.
Yep.
They made it look so easy that game, and that's scary, man.
Yeah, because McCaffrey can run routes.
Yes,
He's one of those running like Eckler. These guys, some of these running backs, they can actually run routes. So you gonna have your hands full. It's gonna be tough to scheme a defense against them.
And then you put McCaffrey, motion him out,
Yeah.
and then run the ball with Debo. Like
Yeah.
he's a running back himself.
Yep.
The way they built his team is perfect. Like
Yeah.
I said, I wouldn't have gave up all that stuff for McCaffrey, but
Work.
it's hard to argue after actually seeing it.
Like-
It's tough.
Like you said, they got the best catching running back and the best rushing wide receiver.
Yeah.
On the same team.
And then Kittle.
Yeah, Kittle. The best probably blocking tight end in the league. You know?
And they got a great route running Ayuk. The offensive line is crazy. I do need to give a hat tip to JJ.
Yeah.
JJ Watt.
Yeah.
That dude, I think he had 2 sacks that game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's retiring off a game like that is crazy.
Yeah.
And he got a standing ovation from the crowd.
Yeah,
at
he
San
deserved
Francisco. Yeah. So breaking news right here. Also, I guess the Falcons is going to be looking for a new defensive coordinator as well.
Dean Pease?
Huh? Yeah, Dean Pease. He announced his retirement from coaching.
Okay.
Yeah. So now the Falcons could be in the hunt for a defensive coordinator as well. So who knows? Head coaches might be at DC now.
Yeah. Never know.
Yeah. So y'all boys got any more from that 49ers game?
I mean, it looks like Purdy's gonna be one of 3 backup quarterbacks probably starting in the playoffs.
Damn.
Between, whatever Miami sends out there.
Yeah.
And if Lamar don't come, then Baltimore may send another backup out there for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing about it is he's a rookie.
Yeah.
And he made it seem like he's been playing the league for 5 years already.
And Shanahan made it seem like
Yeah.
For real. All right. So let's move on to the next game. We have the Rams at the Seahawks. Final score 16-19. Seahawks win this game right here. Game leaders. Let's go to the Rams side of the ball. Mayfield, he threw for 26, completed 13 for 147 yards and 1 interception. Top rusher was Cam Akers with 21 carries for 104 yards. Top receiver was Jefferson for 3 catches and 61 yards. Now to the Seahawks side of the ball. Smith, he threw for 31, completed 19, 213 yards and 1 touchdown, but 2 interceptions. Top rusher was Walker III with 29 carries, 114 yards, half a day. Top receiver was Lockett for 4 catches, 54 yards, and 1 touchdown. That being said, that puts the Rams at 5-12 for the season, and that puts the Seahawks at 9-8, barely going into the playoffs.
Yep.
They got in there.
Season, Gentlemen, DC, what are your thoughts in this game, man?
Man, congratulations, Seahawks.
Mhm.
Gino, happy for him, man. Got a little $1 million bonus. He broke
Ooh.
Russell Wilson's record
Yep.
for yards in 1 year.
Yep.
Wow.
In his first year there. So, Seahawks, man, the arrows up on them. Another one of those teams where them in Detroit, Chicago, man, the arrows just straight up for them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because they in this position now, they can do whatever the hell they want to do.
Yep.
And I'm thinking they're going to probably end up giving Gino maybe a 2-year deal. Maybe
Yeah.
about $50 million 2 years. That's what I'm thinking he's going to get something like that.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
Just to
Yeah,
see what they
yeah.
can find at quarterback for the young guy. But
Gino, you better take that too.
yeah, you better take it.
Yeah.
Take it, Gino, and run.
And
Yep.
invested
Yeah.
on it.
And the
Yep.
Rams look like their head coach. He might pull a Sean Payton.
Yo, yeah.
He might be finna pull a Sean Payton and walk out on them boys because they ain't got no draft
Yeah,
capital,
nothing,
man.
man.
He emptied the cupboard. He don't know if he got a quarterback next year,
Mm-hmm.
and he gonna walk out. He gonna have like the Rams, a star wide receiver left and a star defensive lineman, just like the Saints.
Yep.
he ain't finna walk out, and a star secondary guy. He ain't finna walk right out on him. Man. That looks like it though.
Yeah, he last year they were giving him TV opportunities.
Yep.
And after this year, I'm sure he's like,
Yeah.
bump that.
Yeah.
I'm not going through this again. Baker Mayfield, I'll retire too if I had. But the Seahawks.
Yep.
OT at home against the Rams.
I know. It shouldn't have gone to OT.
Man, you know who y'all playing next?
Yeah.
It's one and done for y'all. Y'all had a good season.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I called it that they're gonna be pretty good this
Yep,
season.
You did that.
But yeah, it's one and done. Y'all going against a machine next week. Enjoy that little. They get a bonus check for a playoff game, so
Yeah.
hey, enjoy that. But I think it's coming. It's going to be over pretty soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the Rams, hey, the coach leaves. You got some assets. Ramsey,
Yeah, oh yeah.
Cup,
Yeah.
Liquidation sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donald. You
Yeah.
got some assets if you want to get some first round picks.
You're gonna
You
have to
got
do
plenty
it,
of
man.
assets.
You're gonna have to
Because
do it.
every team, it's always the quarterback position. You don't have one of
Yeah.
those right now.
Yeah.
You
No.
don't.
You don't.
So it's going to be interesting to see what they do in offseason if the coach leaves. Because the coach, he's only 36.
Mhm.
I understand he's under contract probably another 2 or 3 years, but he can sit out 3 years until the contract run out and then come back and coach. He's still going to be young enough. He won't even be 40 years old.
Mhm.
I think he was the youngest at 30 when he first got that job.
Yeah.
And he's like 36 now. Even if he sit out 3 years and come back, he's still going to be a young head coach.
Yeah.
So that may be his plan. Going to make that $20 million a year, whatever they want to
Yeah.
give for TV, and
Yeah.
then come back and coach again.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened.
Yep. All right. Yeah, boys, got any more on that one?
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next game. We have Jerron's Cowboys at the Commanders. Final score 6-26. Commanders win this game right here. Game leaders. Let's start off the Cowboys side of the ball. Prescott, he threw for 37, completed 14 for 128 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Your top rusher was Pollard, with 7 carries for 19 yards. Top receiver was CD Lamb for 5 catches, 52 yards, and 1 touchdown. Now to the Commander side of the ball. Howell, he threw for 19, completed 11, 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Top rusher was Peterson for 17 carries, 78 yards. The top receiver was
McLaurin.
McLaurin for 3 catches, 74 yards, and 1 touchdown. So that being said, gentlemen, that leaves the Commanders for the season 8-1, and that leaves the Cowboys for the season 12-5. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
I'm going to let Jerron have this one.
Jerron?
This is all you, Jerron.
It's pitiful. It's a pitiful display. Embarrassing. It's just it's not what you want to see going into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Dak had his worst game ever. He was inaccurate, bad decisions. Receivers weren't getting open. Special teams was terrible. Missed extra point by Maher. Fumble punt by Anger. Short punts. Turpin. Muff punt. Dak pick 6. So the only positive I can say is they didn't show anything. It was a vanilla game plan. No razzle dazzle at all. But Dak, he's getting to the point where he's just talk. He learned from Jerry Jones just to talk. He's been saying for 7 weeks in a row, I'm gonna fix the interception problem. I haven't seen anything to show that he even cares about fixing it. I think he's just letting it fly, and where it lands, it lands. I think the run for the Cowboys is going to be short. Also, it's a promising year, but it's not going. It's not. They're not going at their strongest. Offensive line is wrecked. Tyron Smith came back right tackle.
Yep.
He's not the same. Dude's not getting any push in the run game. Left cornerback, they're just throwing guys out there to get burnt. Like I'm seeing new numbers, same result. Noah Brown, for some reason, keeps getting the ball thrown to him as he's like the go-to. It's ridiculous. So I see why Jerry wanted Odell so bad, but man, this isn't how you want to present yourself, where a 33-year-old receiver is your number 2. Michael Gallup hasn't done anything all year. The running game isn't working. They ran for 2.4 yards rushing as a team. Zeke 8 for 10 yards. Pollard 7 for 19. CD, only option you really CD and Schultz really the only options you can hang your hat on. Ah man, I see a short run in the playoffs ahead. Jason Garrett made a real good point. At on a Sunday night game, they're different on grass. On turf, when they're on turf,
Yeah.
they just think back to the Vikings game.
Yes.
You get them on a fast track, it for some reason it just changes the whole team. But you get them on grass, every loss they had was on except the one. So Cowboys on grass. They went to grass in Philly, lost. Went to grass in Green Bay, lost. They were playing on grass in Jacksonville, lost. Played in grass in Washington, lost. Only win on
First
grass.
game of the year was Tampa. That's grass, ain't it?
That's grass.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, and so they're playing Tampa and next. They're on grass. Even if they get by Tampa, Philly, grass. San Francisco,
Yeah.
grass.
Everybody, yeah.
Everybody's got grass. The only win of the season is Tennessee.
Yep.
They didn't look great on that. That's grass.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's going to be a short run. They have a lot of fixing to do. It's just another year, the same old for the Cowboys.
You know, I'm like with you with Dak. You ain't learning from your mistakes.
What? Yeah.
Because that guy was gonna be a pick six either way. He threw it the first time. The guy dropped it. I think.
Yep.
The same, like the same play. He come right back to it, man.
Yeah.
And the guy catches it and runs it in, man. But yeah, that's gonna be the thing that's stopping me. You got guys coming in with Mike Evans got his confidence back after the last game he had with them 3 touchdowns, and you got to deal with that. You know, I was surprised they let the rookie quarterback Washington put up 26 points. I didn't see how many defensive starters was playing. Was Parsons out there the whole game, or who all played the whole game? But that seems like a lot of points for Sam Howell to come out there, a rookie, to have those type of numbers on that defense. When you got Brady next week coming up,
they gave him a bunch of short fields. So
okay,
Anger started off the game, dropped the punt, fumbled the punt. They got it in the red zone basically.
Yeah.
Then Turpin ended up muffing the punt. They basically got it in the red zone. So it was real short fields. They made it easy. And then the Cowboys rolled over. Noah Brown, six targets, 1 catch.
Yeah.
Come on.
6 targets. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yep. You know, we were talking about Dan Quinn earlier. And you were okay with him leaving, and you were talking about promoting within.
Mm-hmm.
If he leaves, like you say, you feel like it's a short run, you still think they're going to keep McCarthy. Somebody's had got to roll. Because you came out with a team that was talented with Super Bowl intentions. Because the team was from the jump. A lot of people felt like they could get there, but then you get there and you get one and done, man. But you still think they're going to keep him?
Yes, because there's no upgrading.
Okay.
He had back-to-back 12-win seasons.
Yep.
If they were to let's say they do go one and done.
Yeah.
I think they blame it on the injuries.
Okay.
I think they blame it on Terrence Steele, right tackle, out. Tyron Smith, he didn't play all year. He just now got back. The left cornerback is rotating. Nose tackle got hurt. I think they're gonna, in their mind, they're gonna blame it on injuries. They're gonna tell themselves that Michael Gallup coming back from ACL, he's gonna be better next year. Yep. But to me, that's on the front office. They just put enough around Dak to make this a successful. It's successful, and they got 12 wins.
Right.
It's unsuccessful because I don't see them making any noise.
Right.
Man, real quick, man. If you had to take a guess, how many interceptions Dak has had for the season?
I know it.
Oh, it's 15.
It's 15. I
Yeah,
think that
he,
one.
he's
Yeah.
tied for the.
With Mills.
Yeah.
Him and Davis Mills.
Well, there's three. There's three that tied with 15.
The interesting part is, I think, out of the top 8 quarterbacks, I think in interceptions, I think like 5 of them are in the playoffs. So Mahomes is up there.
Yeah.
Dak is up there.
Buffalo
who
quarterback
else?
may be up in there.
Josh Allen's up
he'll
there.
turn it over too.
I'm trying to. Who else was? Who else is on there?
You got Mahomes. He has 12 interceptions,
Yeah.
and then you have Herbert with 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cousins with 14.
Cousins.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Burrow with 12.
Yep.
Josh Allen with Geno Smith with 11. Who else? Other than that, that's it, man.
So
Everybody else in single digits.
So
Even Daniel Jones, he has 5.
All those top 5 were in the playoffs.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to
Yeah.
how that works, how that's gonna work out. I just know that Dak throws some of the most backbreaking interceptions. It feels like.
Yeah.
And you got to go back and look at them. Some of them, tip ball here
Yeah,
and there.
yeah,
You got to go back and look at each one of them to see how it happened.
Yeah.
Some of them just throwing it in double coverage. With even Josh Allen, he will throw it to the other team. He don't have no problem with that. He got that Brett Favre with him.
Oh yeah.
He just gonna let him rip.
Even in that game, he was throwing in between tight spaces. It was just getting there.
Oh yeah, and it's crazy, man. That Mahomes, he's thrown for 41 touchdowns, man, with 12 interceptions.
Yeah.
The next one's close is what's his name, Burrow for 35.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Go.
Yep. All right, gentlemen, y'all boys got any more? You good, bro?
Yeah.
At least your team is in the playoffs, man.
Yeah. It's gonna be rough.
I'm trying to give you positive vibes, man. Positive vibes. All right, let's go to the next game right here. We have the Sunday night game right here. We have the Lions at the Packers. Final score 20-16. Lions win this game right here on the road. I'm pretty sure Seahawks fans are happy about that.
Absolutely.
All right. That being said, let's start off with the Lions side of the ball. Goff, he threw for 34, completed 23, 224 yards. Top rusher was Williams with 16 carries, 72 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And your top receiver was Ramond with 4 catches, 66 yards. Now to the Green Bay side of the ball, we have Rodgers. He threw for 27, completed 17 for 205 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Top rusher was Jones with 12 carries, 48 yards. And your top receiver was Watson for 5 catches, 104 yards. Not bad, man. So that being said, that leaves Green Bay out of the playoffs with 8-9 for the season, and that leaves Detroit second in that division for the season, 9-8. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Man, I'm just amazed at Detroit. Nothing to play for. And you go in limbo and win. I thought they were going to lose. A lot of people thought they were going to lose because they never play like that outside the dome. But that defense went in there and stood up, man. And they got Jared Goff. They playing with house money.
Yep.
He's another one of those quarterbacks like Geno. They can throw up $50 million 2 years, and they can continue to build around that, man. That team is on the way up, man. And Rodgers, they got problems in Green Bay. You got problems. $50 million a year, and you don't make the playoffs? We got to talk about that. Yeah. We have definitely got to talk about that. Anybody getting that kind of money should be in the playoffs. And I don't know what his excuse could be. There's no reason for them not to make it, man. If you got a guy you telling me worth $50 million, and he don't make the playoffs, that's a problem.
Absolutely. Jerome, what are your thoughts on this game, bro?
Big props to Dan Campbell.
Yep.
Because he said it flat out. They asked him, like, you have nothing to play for. And he said, we don't want them in there. Yep. He said, we don't like the Packers. We don't want them in the playoffs, so let's ruin their day. And that's exactly what they did. Aaron Rodgers, after the game, you could tell how pissed off he was. The whole league was loving that.
Yes.
And then the Packers as a team, they just imploded. Quay Walker, what the hell was that? athletic trainer come out.
Yeah, man.
And he just two-hand pushed him for no reason.
And the thing about it, bro, he was walking down the tunnel and he was like,
he was
like they done it wrong.
I was like, bro, but man, like,
yep.
you the one who pushed him, man.
Yeah. He was crying.
God,
They say he looked like old boy who off of Friday when he got his chain snatched running to his car.
Yeah, what's his name?
Mama give me that chain.
Yeah, my mom. Yeah.
But yeah, like the Lions, they got a couple moves. If they make, they will be a dangerous team.
Yeah, absolutely.
They gotta protect their in-house. They gotta keep their offensive coordinator though.
Yes,
because he called a hell of a game. He got all their weapons involved. Shout out to Jamal Williams breaking Barry Sanders' record for touchdowns. I hate how he did it. He vultured my boy DeAndre Swift all year.
Oh my God! Yeah, all year long.
All year long.
All year.
DeAndre Swift was supposed to be a guy. Jamal Williams it felt like he had a 1 billion 1 yard touchdown. Y'all couldn't give Swift none of them.
No.
Man, that pissed me off. That was one of my picks in fantasy. But yeah, just keep on doing what they're doing. Keep building. If they get another defensive player, then they're gonna rival the Vikings next year.
They don't know. They might take it if the Vikings don't make some changes.
Yeah. We'll see because the Vikings ain't gonna have a year like they had this year with all those 1-score games.
That's one of the emptiest 12, 4 teams out there, whatever they are. I've seen it a long time.
13 and 4.
Yeah, that's the empty 13.
But yeah, props to Dan Campbell. I know I like that dude for a reason.
Yeah. Hey man, real quick, man. Goff, man. He threw for 4,438 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And he threw for 29 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very impressive stat right there.
Wait. Breaking news.
What's up?
The Cardinals fired head coach Cliff Kingsbury, sources told Adam Schefter.
Another opening.
10 months ago, Kingsbury signed a contract extension through 2027. He's already out.
Gone. Yep.
Woo, I knew it was coming. Now,
Kyler Murray on notice.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's going to take a special coach.
So now, Cliff Kingsbury, you might get a call from Dallas. Come on down. You can be the OC.
Yep.
Kellen Moore, your time may be up. We'll see how you call the Tampa Bay game, but Cliff Kingsbury, you might be getting a call from Jerry. That's my next prediction.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm glad it happened in the pod, but 5 minutes ago.
There you go.
Man.
Cliff Kingsbury's out.
Just like
it'll be a domino. It's 4.
One and done.
4.
Hey.
Available.
Texans, y'all better pay somebody. Y'all better have a good game because all the pretty women gonna get snatched up. There's how many head coaching vacancies is that? That's
I want to say at least 5.
Yeah, that's about
because you got Broncos, Carolina, Texans,
Cardinals now.
Cardinals. Yep.
And
maybe the Rams.
And maybe the Rams.
Maybe the Rams.
Yeah, it's
maybe the Rams.
Yeah. Y'all gonna have to hurry up and find y'all. You might be left with McCown and Fredo.
And the city explode.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather take Will O'Brien back. I'm being honest here, man. That's my God honest opinion about that. So, gentlemen, that right there, man, wraps up week 18 of the regular season of the NFL right there, man. But yeah, so far, man, it's crazy how this season came and gone. Now we're in the playoffs. Yeah, man. So that being said, we got some games for Saturday right here, man. We have the Seahawks at the 49ers right here in San Francisco. I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one right here, man. What do y'all boys think about this game right here, man?
Tough one for who? It ain't gonna be a tough one.
Moving right along for the 49ers, look like.
Yeah.
Yeah. 49ers.
I think it's closer than a 10 point. But 49ers they're gonna take that one.
Yeah, Geno can't turn the ball over in that game.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Can't get a ball to the 49ers too many times.
And the 49ers, their defense got them. They got their number.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's why the line is 10 points.
Yep.
Absolutely. So yeah. So this game right here, the 49ers are favored to win this one right here. So I guess we agree that all those go take 49ers on this game right here.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the next game right here, man. We have the Chargers at the Jaguars. I think this one could be a close game, man. I think it's gonna be like by a touchdown. But the Chargers are afraid to win by one point.
What, the Chargers are in Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. So on this one right here, man, I'm gonna take the Chargers, man. Yeah, I'll take the Chargers on this game right here. This is right here, the Saturday night game. Who you got, DC?
Man, give it a Chargers, man.
Yeah.
Chargers.
Yeah, I'm going upset alert. I think Jaguars take that kind of personal. I think I'm gonna take
Just
the
remember,
Jaguars.
the Jaguars beat them 38-10 earlier in the year.
Yeah.
All these games this weekend, everything is a rematch. All these teams already seen each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
They beat them 38-10 the first time.
So you got the Chargers. I got Chargers.
I'm
You got
I'm
the
taking the
Jags.
Jags.
You
Yeah.
got the Jags. All right. Let's go and move on to the next game. Next game, we have the Dolphins at the Bills. Buffalo is favored to win this one by 10.5 points, and I'll take that.
Give me all
Ooh-wee.
them Buffalo wings.
Yeah.
Give me all that.
Yeah.
So Vegas is saying Tua is not playing.
Right.
That's all. That's
Yeah.
all that means. So
Yeah.
Right.
Buffalo by 14.
Damn.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
They're gonna need Tyreek Hill to do everything.
Throw it to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put him in a wildcat.
Something.
Yeah. All right. So all of us agree the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I bet he missed Mahomes now.
Yeah, I know, right?
I bet he do.
All right. Moving on to the next game, we have the Giants at the Vikings. Vikings are favored to win this one by 3 points. Let me see, man. This one, man, I'll take the Vikings.
Vegas is saying that this is a pickup game if they was on a neutral field.
That's
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Man, give me the Giants, man.
Ooh,
Give
you
Give me the
did
Giants,
it.
man. I'm gonna give it the
You
Giants.
did it?
They beat them
Nah.
by a last-second field goal when they played a couple of weeks back in Minnesota. So give me the Giants, man.
Giants.
Yeah.
Who you got, Jay?
I'm gonna go Vikings.
Cousins,
Thi-
man.
this is their Super Bowl right here. If there'll be a laughing stock if they lose to the Giants.
Yeah.
And if Dayball is really that dude, he might go in there and beat him. But I'm gonna take the Vikings.
Okay. All right. Next game, we have the Ravens at the Bengals. Bengals are favored to win this one by 6.5 points. I'll take that. I'll take the Bengals.
Yeah, give me the Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals.
All right. Now we have moving on to the next game right here. We have my boy Jerron's Cowboys at the Buccaneers, and they put you on Monday Night
I hate
Football,
that.
bro.
Like, I hate why.
Put you in the spotlight, huh?
I know it's the
Spotlight,
Cowboys. I know it's Tom Brady, but Monday night football in the playoffs. So even if you do win, you get a short week.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
But the Cowboys are afraid to win this one by 3 points. Yeah.
Tom Brady's the boogeyman. I won't believe it till I see it. Cowboys are 0-7 against Tom Brady. I'm gonna make it 0-8. Tom Brady goes in there, beats him by a touchdown.
Yeah. I'll take the Buccaneers, bro.
Unless they put out a bag of tricks that Kellen Moore has been hoarding and not showing, I don't see them being able to run it on them, and I don't see any separation from the wide receivers. Mike Evans, I don't even think Mike Evans goes crazy. I think it's everybody else. Julio Jones going to have a resurgence. That number 2 cornerback is going to get beat up.
Yeah. You see who you got?
I'm taking Bucks.
You taking Bucks?
Yeah, I'm taking
Yeah.
Bucks.
You got the Bucks.
Bucks by 7.
Ah, man.
Fredo?
Yeah. I'll take the Bucks as one.
Don't call me to watch this game. I'm not watching. I'm not going nowhere to watch this game with nobody. I'm gonna just take
Staying at home, man.
I'm gonna take my butt whooping by myself.
Yeah. Can I come over?
No,
No.
no, I don't. Y'all, I'm not going.
Fredo, with this field right here, and the playoffs are set, who you got in the Super Bowl?
Are we going there right now?
Can you do it next week?
All right.
All the teams still alive.
Okay. All right. For the Super Bowl. All right. I'm gonna give you two. All right. Y'all give me two teams from each conference. Okay. From each conference. So I'm gonna say it's either gonna be Philly from the NFC, and I want to say. Man, you know what? Give me the Buccaneers, bro. They might accept that. And from the AFC, give me the Chiefs and give me the Bills from the AFC.
Chiefs to the Bills.
Yeah. Who you got?
I'm putting 49ers in the Bengals in the Super Bowl.
My bad, bro. Yeah, 49ers.
49ers and the Bengals in the Super Bowl.
So take away the Buccaneers and no, shit, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's a kind of toss up between the Buccaneers and the
because I think the 49ers gonna give Philly a fit, man. They're gonna give them fits.
They're gonna beat them boys up.
Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, 49ers and Philly from the NFC.
This one's easy for me. It's gonna be 49ers and Chiefs.
Chiefs, yeah.
Yeah.
For Super Bowl?
For Super Bowl. 49ers Chiefs. That's a rematch, right? Yep. That's a rematch from a couple years ago.
Uh-huh.
And
that's when the 49ers should have won that game.
49ers
Mahomes won his first Super Bowl that year. Yeah, that's when he missed that wide open receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure did.
Garoppolo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Sure did, man.
So NFC Championship game. I don't know if it can line up that way, but the 49ers against the Eagles would be a good thing to watch.
Because the Eagles, 49ers 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll happen.
It could happen.
Yeah, it
okay.
could happen. Yeah, because I think who's the two? Vikings?
Yep.
Wait,
actually,
no.
Who's the two?
Actually, I needed
must be the Vikings. It might be the 49ers.
It
might be
the
two.
49ers.
They might be two.
Let's see.
But either way, as long as they're in that 2 or 3, they can play the 1 seed. I'm sure it can line up.
So from the NFC,
yeah, 49ers are two because they played the 7th seed, which is the Seahawks.
Seahawks, yeah. So yeah, it can happen.
So number 2 is 49ers, and number 1 is Philly. Number 3 is the Vikings. Number 4 is Tampa. Number 5 is Cowboys. Number 6 Giants, and number 7 Seattle. And from the AFC, number 1 is Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is the Bills. Number 3 is the Bengals. Number 4 is the Jags. Number 5 is the Chargers. Number 6 the Ravens, and number 7 Dolphins. So yeah.
So with that Bengals and Chiefs, would that have to be a neutral site? I remember one of those AFC Championship games.
Yeah.
They were thinking about putting that at a neutral site.
Yeah, we'll have.
So Kansas City probably might lose that home.
Yeah, we'll have to see that'll be
that's a big difference.
That'll be tough. We haven't talked about it in a while. MVP. Who y'all got for MVP this year?
I'm sticking with Hurts, man.
Hurts.
I'm sticking with Hurts.
I switched over. I'm going Mahomes.
Mahomes.
41 touchdowns. You said?
Yeah, 41.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm going Mahomes, and plus he played the whole season.
He played the whole season, and Tyreek is gone.
Yeah.
He doing it with McKinnon, Juju.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to him. Offensive player, I'm gonna go with Justin Jefferson.
Oh yeah.
Because without Justin Jefferson, the Vikings are toast.
Yeah.
They are terrible.
Yeah, absolutely. Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. He's big. Eckler was big this year too.
Yeah.
For the Chargers, he was big.
And defensive player. This is the tough one.
Yeah.
I think they end up giving it to probably Judon or uh or uh, I think Mike is out of it. He hasn't he didn't end the season well. His name might get him recognition, but
I think they're gonna give it to Bosa. 49ers.
Oh
I
yeah,
think they'll
yeah,
give
yeah.
it to Bosa.
Bosa.
Yeah. He had a hell of a year.
What about coach of the year?
Let's go come down to either maybe I'm guessing the Eagles. Eagles coach.
Who would you give it to though? Who would you give it to?
I'll give it to Shanahan.
That's good. The
Kyle?
third string quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm going with my boy Tomlin.
Yeah.
I'm
he
going with
definitely deserves
Tomlin.
some recognition for sure. Definitely. The job he did this year.
Yeah.
So as of right now, we know the top 18 draft orders now. We have Chicago at 1, Houston at 2, Arizona at 3, Indianapolis at 4, Seahawks at 5 because of Denver, and we have 6 of the Lions because of the Rams trade, and then you have the Raiders, then you have Atlanta, Carolina at 9, at 10 you got Philly because of the New Orleans trade, then you got Tennessee at 11, Cleveland trade because of Houston, so Houston got 12. The Jets at 13, the Patriots at 14, Packers at 15, and 16 is the Commanders, 17 is Pittsburgh, and 18 is the Lions. So the Lions have 6 and 18, bro.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Man, they can do some work.
They are, man.
They can do some work.
So the other ones are to be determined who gets eliminated first, So we go see what's up with that.
Man, that TCU receiver might not get back around to you. I see Titans could get him, Panthers could get him, Falcons could get him. Yeah, it's gonna be tough getting him back around to 12.
Yeah.
But I mean that's a lot of teams have 2 picks in the first round this year. Well, that's crazy.
Yeah. For sure. Like it's like DC said, if they keep Tannehill, they could go for a wide receiver because they need a wide receiver, obviously. And but you got Vegas needs a quarterback, Atlanta needs a quarterback, Carolina needs a quarterback, Indianapolis needs a quarterback.
Yeah, this shuffling finna happen real soon because I'm still watching 3 quarterbacks. That's Lamar Jackson, and now with Kingsbury out of Arizona, I'm watching Kyler Murray and Derek Carr. Those 3 right there all have a chance of being somewhere different next year.
And Garoppolo.
Of course. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Drew, how you feel about, you think Cooper Rush, what is his contract like? Was it just a 1-year deal? Because he came in and he won some games. You never know who's watching what. You just never know.
He's on the contract still, and he's not going nowhere. He's comfortable. I don't even think he wants to go in no more. He proved himself. He proved he can play in the league. I remember there was one game they had Dak mic'd up, and he was like, "Cooper, go ahead and get you some." He's like, "Nah, I'm cool." I played 5 games, so I'm good. That's over my quota.
Yeah.
So I think he's good right where he's at.
Well, let me check right here.
But I would take Baker as a backup.
Yeah.
Because Baker if Stafford comes back, well, shoot, we don't know if Stafford's coming back.
Right.
So the Rams might be in the quarterback business too.
You think they keeping Pollard?
I think they do keep.
Yeah.
I got some breaking news, gentlemen. Breaking news right here.
All right, let's go.
All right. Cardinals GM Stephen Keim has stepped down from his position from focusing on his health.
Yeah.
So basically,
that was coming. He went down 3 weeks ago. He went away.
Yeah. So he's stepping down as GM right now. So it looks like the Cardinals are gonna start
That's
looking
the way it
for
goes.
him.
That's the way it goes. The GM coming in next, and he gonna pick his own head coach.
Yeah.
Now There's gonna be names available.
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh yeah.
You staying?
They got assets. Yes,
Mhm.
they got assets.
James Conner, he's good. They got JJ's retiring. It's a total rebuild.
Yep.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I was
If
about
I'm
to say that.
DeAndre,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get out of there.
Yeah.
They'll probably move Zach Ertz too. We forgot about him. He got hurt.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He
They're
got.
gonna move him up there.
They had the rookie playing in his position.
Yeah.
Man, it looks like the Cardinals going to rebuild mode.
Yeah. Wheels about to start turning.
It's a lot of teams that you're gonna see are going to rebuild.
Yeah.
Starting in Houston, Arizona, New Orleans,
Denver.
Yep.
Denver. I think Denver keeps
Panthers.
the offense. The Panthers, yeah.
Panthers.
I think Denver keeps the offense, but everything else is going to be rebuilt.
I'm really interested to see if Carolina go give that guy a chance. The head coach, man. Because it's going to be the same situation you had in the Raiders, you know.
Yeah.
The players wanted Versace, and they went out there and they got McDaniels.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm sure the way those players played for Wilt, man.
I think he has a good chance of keeping it because unless they get Harbaugh, he might be their best case scenario, and they really don't have anything to play for.
Right.
Like
right.
it's
right.
There's no way you're gonna make a leap. Give him another year. Whatever he may prove himself, he may not. Give him one more year and then let him go. But I don't think you can do any better than what he's gonna give you.
Like I say, once again, them GMs, you never know, man. Some head coaches want influence.
Yeah.
If I'm coming, I want influence on the players. And some GM, they just ain't willing to give that up.
So tonight we have the championship game in college. TCU, right? No,
yeah,
right.
That's right.
Yeah, TCU versus Georgia.
Hard to imagine, but TCU versus
TCU, man. So a lot of people going with Georgia on this one, which they have the awesome defense, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So what are y'all predictions for this game? Like how bad TCU is going to lose?
Man, they got to be able to run the ball. They got to be able to keep the ball away from Georgia and try to whirl in that defense as much as possible. And them guys, they just lost 8 guys in the NFL last year off that defense. Yeah. And then they probably got another 8 this year on that defense, man.
Jalen Carter's better than everybody they lost.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. So it's going to be an uphill battle for them. But like I said, they got to run the ball, keep the ball away from them as much as possible. It's going to be tough.
TCU, they surprised me. They're bigger than I thought they would be. They're not like a regular Big 12 team. But I think they get a mud hole stomped in them. I think it's going to be 38-20, something like that.
Oh, it'll be a close game?
38-20? That's 18 points.
My bad. I thought,
no.
Like I thought you meant 28-30. My bad, bro.
Oh, no, 38.
38.
I think 38. If they do, hats off to them. If they keep it close, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
There's some monsters on that Georgia team.
Yes. Well, I got some news right here. I'm not saying it's breaking news, but still is news. The Browns have requested to interview Steelers linebacker coach Brian Flores as their defensive coordinator.
All right.
I forgot all about Flores. I haven't got all about it. Yeah.
Now Flores, he's a blitz happy coach. That's gonna help Myles Garrett get to the quarterback. So
I remember last year I wanted him to be the Texans head coach.
Oh, speaking of the Browns, did you see what Jadeveon Clowney?
Oh man, that dude, he really clown for real this time, man.
Before the final game of the season, he said, "I'm not gonna be back in Cleveland." So you know what Cleveland did? Sat his ass.
Yeah.
You talking all this? You really ain't gonna be back. Clean your stuff out now.
Yeah, they said that. Because he told the interviewer that Cleveland set up the matchup for Myles Garrett. They set up every week when they game plan, they put Myles Garrett on the easy tackle.
I mean,
They make him have to work. They don't think Myles Garrett really know what they're doing, but they set him up to look good.
I never get why Jadeveon Clowney thinks he's J.J. Watt. He carries himself like he needs to be $100 million man.
Yep.
And he's bouncing from team to team to team
every year.
And he just don't. You better take another 1 year deal.
Ever since he left the Texans, he's been getting nothing but 1 year deals.
Yeah, but he keeps holding out hope that he's going to get a 3 year, $100 million.
Shit, how old is he now? He's what, like 28, 29?
I'm sure.
He looks 35.
I'm sure. Yeah.
How old is Jadeveon Clowney? And did we see a Jadeveon Clowney highlight all year? I don't remember his name being called.
Let me check it out.
Maybe it's because he was against a hard tackle. He's 29 years old.
29,
yeah. Brown's done with Jadeveon Clowney after critical comments.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's going to be 30 next month.
Oh, okay. So even more.
Yeah, so next year going into the season, he's going to be 30.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. I mean, he only has 2 more good years in him. Maybe not even that, man. But overall, Clowney has only had 43 sacks.
Huh? Now, who would take a chance on this dude?
I know it.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I mean, like long term, nobody, but for 1 year deals, yeah.
1 year deal, when you come out in public and talk about the coaching staff like that, man,
it's toxic. Yeah. I mean, like, which team is going to want to sign him?
Because that's what the idea is, to get easy matchups.
Yep.
And you whining because you're not the marquee. So even Myles Garrett was like, I don't know what this dude is talking about. So I don't know.
Yep. So you guys think Aaron Rodgers will be in Green Bay next year? Think he's coming back?
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, he comes back.
He's coming
I
back.
actually think this year is good for him because the front office sees that he took a step back. He's not all world like he used to be, and he needs more weapons.
Yeah.
You hear the rookie walked up to him and asked to swap jerseys with him.
Oh, Jameson Williams.
He told him, no, I'm keeping this one right here.
So let me see right here. So I'm looking at right here the draft order. I'm trying to see if the Packers only have one.
Oh yeah,
a one draft pick, right?
Yeah.
So I thought they got something for old boy from Adams.
What did they get for Adams?
With the Raiders?
Yeah. Well, what did Raiders give up to get Adams?
That's a good question. If it probably maybe a second. Let me see. Adams.
He couldn't have had no more than 1 year left. Was he a free agent?
No.
He couldn't have too much.
Like, I remember he got traded.
He
got traded. I remember he got traded.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't sign.
Yeah.
But also, Denver has a first-round pick from the 49ers.
Miami.
49ers.
Yeah, that's the one Miami got from the 49ers,
okay.
I think. And then they just gave that one to them.
Yeah.
I can't remember who, Adams.
It said a first and a second, but maybe last year.
Maybe next year's. The 2023.
Yeah. Maybe 2023 draft pick.
But I remember he got traded. He did
get traded. And then they signed him to that contract right after that.
Now he got to figure out who his quarterback going to be.
And the crazy part about that is, a couple weeks ago he was supporting Derek Carr.
Yeah.
He said, Derek Carr is one of the reasons I'm here.
Yep.
This week he was like, I was going to be here regardless.
Yeah, the team told him, man, you better jump on this Raider line and not the Carr line.
That's crazy how he flipped in 1 week.
Yeah. They went and tapped his shoulder like, nah, it's not Carr, it's because of the Raiders.
Yeah, he's like, I was going to be here regardless of if Derek Carr was here or not.
Oh, man.
All right, gentlemen. Y'all boys got any more? Jerron?
No, I think I'm good.
You good?
I'm dreading this matchup coming up against Tampa Bay, but I think I'm good. I'm good to go.
All right.
If there was to be an upset, where would you pick it at this weekend?
Ooh, that's a good.
If
Oh,
there was to
okay.
be one
That's a
upset
good
out of
one.
all these games,
Upset
which
time.
one you think would be?
Seattle and 49ers. If Seattle beats 49ers, that'd be a big upset.
Are you saying it would be? You think it can happen?
I think it can happen.
Oh, no.
I think
Well-
it can. I think it can, bro. All right. Let me ask y'all this. When was the last time the Seahawks and 49ers played? And who was the quarterback for San Francisco?
I don't know. They played them twice this year, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think they whooped them twice this year too.
All right. Just let me check on my computer device right here.
So I'm thinking about it too.
Because think about that. Has the Seahawks played Purdy yet?
I think they did.
They just played him like a couple weeks ago. They just played him, I think. Yeah.
And
Okay.
Purdy whooped their
They
ass,
just
I
played him,
think.
yeah. They sure did.
Okay. All right. So to me that'd be an upset right there. If y'all asking me.
You know what the upset would be?
What's up?
The Ravens somehow beat the Bengals.
Dang, with the backup quarterback.
That's the one I would call
Yeah.
maybe possible.
Okay.
The Ravens may, because you saw how they just played them.
Yep.
It was closer.
I wasn't expecting that.
So the Ravens,
I wasn't expecting that game to be that close.
let's say Huntley comes back instead of
Yeah.
Anthony Brown.
Yeah.
They could beat them boys.
Okay, DC, what about you, bro? So I'm saying Seahawks beat the 49ers. Jerron's saying the Ravens beat the Bengals. What about you? Upsets. We talking about upsets here.
Yeah, possible upset.
Yeah,
possible.
upset. Yeah. Man, I would probably have to go with Jerron on this one. If Huntley could come back.
If Huntley comes back, they got a chance.
But if you don't jump on his, jump on your own.
I would say Giants Vikings.
Giants Vikings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That is an upset.
Yeah, because they're not favored.
Yeah.
Which is one I picked to win anyway.
Yeah,
I
you
already
actually
the
picked
Giants.
them.
Yeah, you actually picked
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Can't wait till Kirk Cousins show up this week. That's what Jefferson been saving that boy all year long, man. Jefferson.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. That boys got anything else?
No, I think that's all I got.
That's it, Fredo.
Man, hold on, man. Before we tune out, man, I want to check.
I'm checking too. I don't see anything new.
On this Black Monday right here, man.
Yeah, I don't see any new developments.
No, I don't see none either. All right. Well, if we do, we're gonna post it up on our Facebook page, Fredo's Football Talk. Go ahead and like that one as well. But yeah, so Jerron, you got anything else before we tune out?
Nah. Everybody enjoy the games coming up.
Yeah.
It's been a good year.
Yeah. DC, how about you, bro? You got anything for our audience, for the viewers?
I'm good. Just looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything's gonna happen between here and Friday, even before the game's even played.
Yeah.
Who all gets fired?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Now the draft's out. You gonna get the rumors about coach moving up to number one.
Yeah.
Somebody else moving to number one. So I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
And this is low key the most fun part of the year.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna set up everything for next year and the future of all these franchises.
Yeah. So as of right now, we got hirings and firings of coaches,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got the playoffs coming, and then the Super Bowl. Then from there is our free agency,
Yep.
and then from there is the draft.
Yep.
And then from there, training camp. Then from training camp is back to fantasy football.
February you get the draft combine. I really wanted to see how the Alabama quarterback gonna measure his weight and all that stuff. He might not even show up.
Yeah,
he might not even go.
No,
he might not even show up.
He's not going to touch a scale because he's going to be at 180.
Yeah, he don't want nobody to see all of it, man.
Yeah.
I'm really waiting. I hope he do, so I can see his numbers, hand size, and all that stuff, man.
Yeah, we'll see, man. All right. So thank you for tuning in to Fredo's Football Talk. Please follow us on all platforms. We on Twitter's, Facebook, Instagram. So on YouTube, we'll go ahead and please subscribe. And then we're also on Apple, on Spotify podcast. Check us out if you want to listen to us. If you're reviewing us and you want to see these beautiful faces, check us out on YouTube. Give us a review on everything. Like, follow us. All that is going to help us right here. If you want to comment, you want us to answer one of your questions, don't be afraid. Please do so. We welcome that. But other than that, we will see y'all next week, and we'll see what happens around the NFL. Until then, see you on the next episode.
Peace out. See y'all later.
Later.